Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game.
Welcome to the Samwell B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
You're watching Samwell B experience.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just an ordinary day, and here we are with some afternoon hockey action. The Jets and the Maple Leafs going to go toe-to-toe in this last game before the Christmas break, before the holiday break. So first of all, happy holidays to everybody. Happy Hanukkah, happy Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. We hope you have the best day going on. We are here from outside the studio. We're doing it a little different today, but we are going to make sure we're here bringing you all the fun. So let's go around the horn. Andrew, how's it going? Scott, what's going on? Welcome in. Lala's Place, good to see you. Hey, Guy, what's going on? Welcome in. Mr. Benjamin, hello there. JC, what's up, Jonathan? Mr. Dodge, hello there. Welcome to the show. Hey, Duke, how's it going? Andrew, what's up? Welcome in. Hello, Rich. Rich, playing hooky to watch some hockey. Gotta love it. It's right. Watch those bosses. If you need me to write you a note, let me know. I'll send over a note. But welcome in. Scott, how's it going? Jacob, good to see you. Jesse, what's up? Brian, hello there. Welcome in one and all. We're going to have a good time this afternoon. The Leafs and the Jets, the last time they played, the Leafs ended the Jets' winning streak to start the season. They're going to look to do it again. So let's get into it because this game is going to get started before we know it. The starting lineups, these are projected based off of what we saw earlier in skates and conversations. So it's just projected. It may change. So taking a look right now for the Jets, we're going with Kyle Connor, going to be with Mark Scheifele and Gabriel Velarde. Love Velarde. Cole Perfidi, going to be with Namstikanoff and Nicholas Ehlers. We got Niederreiter with Adam Lowry and Mason Appleton. We got Morgan Barron with Gustafsson and Alex Iafallo. On the D side for the Jets, Morrissey and Pionk, Fleury and DeMello, Hinola and Colin Miller, and Hellebuck is going to get the start for the Jets. For the Maple Leafs, they've had to shake things up a little bit, as we know. Austin Matthews out yet again. We're going to talk about that a little bit more down the stretch. But we got Matty Knies. He's going to be with Mitch Marner on that top line. And, of course, David Kemp getting the ultimate promotion, going from fourth line to first line. David Kemp going to take that top spot with Nyes and Marner. Pacioretty with John Tavares and Nylander. Can't split those guys up. They're awesome. And the hottest line of the team right now, Bobby McMahon, Max Domi, and Nicky Robertson. These guys lighting it up. Lobster, what's going on? Welcome in. Fourth line is going to be Lorenz with Connor Dewar and Ryan Reeves. On the D side for Toronto, Morgan Riley with Connor Timmins, Ekman Larson with Chris Tanev, Benoit and Jake McCabe, and Joseph Wall getting the start. Now, we saw the other day Matt Murray made his return. He played okay. What they've done is they've sent Murray back down. They've called up Joseph Wall, and we'll explain what's going on there. It's a little bit of hockey chess, shall we say. So we'll talk about that situation in a little bit. Holmberg and Myers, the healthy scratches. Yarncroc, Hakanpää, Stolarz, Matthews still out with injuries. So those are the expected lineups we're going to see. Over the last 5 games, William Nylander, 5 goals. Kyle Connor with 3. Over the last 5, Mitch Marner, 7 assists. 4 assists for Kyle Connor. Total points over the last 5 for your leaders, Nylander 9 points, Kyle Connor with 7. Now, Hellebuyck, he ain't no slouch. 21-5-1, a heck of a record for him. Of course, the Jets are the best team right now. 207 goals against and a 9.27 save percentage. Hellebuyck's got 4 shutouts. That's crazy. Joey Wall, he's a 9-5 record, not a 9-5 player, but a 9-5 record. He's got a 2.50 goals against, a 9.12 save percentage, and 1 SO on the year. Both teams not having the best last 10 games, however, both with 6 wins. The Leafs with 4 losses, the Jets 3-1. They are on a 1-game winning streak, however, Toronto with that last loss. So they're looking to get back. Now these teams compare. Toronto on the power play, they're 18th overall in the league. Winnipeg has the best power play. Gerard, how's it going? Welcome in. They certainly do. Care, what's going on? Great to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Now, as you are coming in, make sure you're tapping those thumbs up for us. Smash those likes button. We appreciate it, and it helps us out so much. So the Jets' best power play in the league. So Leafs got to stay out of the box. On the penalty kill, Toronto 7th overall. Jets 16th at almost 80%. So Leafs have the advantage in the penalty kill. Face-offs, Toronto was 2nd. They've dropped all the way down to 7th now. Winnipeg 20th in the league. Goals for, Jets are 3rd. Toronto is 13th. Goals against, the Jets are 1st. Toronto is 8th. So these two teams match up very, very, very well, but it is going to be an all-out battle, and that's what we are excited to watch. Marshall, how's it going? Which Connor is most important to their team? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm telling you, Hellebuyck is the answer. Bedard is a bit of a trick in there because Connor Bedard, Chicago, doesn't matter. Chicago's not going anywhere. But McDavid's certainly important to Edmonton, but they got Draisaitl that can step up. And Connor Hellebuyck, I think, is probably the most important Connor to his team. But Rich, why not Connor Timmins? Is Connor Timmins not deserving to be in that same conversation? Can't even say it with a straight face. But what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us for some afternoon hockey. This is going to be a fun game to watch. The Jets are a fast-paced game. Now, overall, they are 24-10-1. 4th in the Central. That can't be right. 2nd in the Atlantic. The Maple Leafs 21-11-2. I think those numbers are incorrect there with their positioning, but 21-11-2 versus 24-10-1, 2 really, really solid records, and it's going to be good. Now, one of the important questions we need to ask ourselves is who is refereeing this game and which side are they going to align with? Taking a look, Eric Furlat and Michael Markovich are going to be the officials tonight. Andrew Smith and Johnny Murray are going to be the linesmen guarding the lines. So those are the game is in their hands. What's it going to be? We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully they're going to call this one fair and square. Now, if you've been watching around, you saw just yesterday it was announced Matt Rempe for the New York Rangers suspended 8 games for his hit from behind on Heiskanen. Rempe, the guy plays less than 12 minutes a game on average time on ice, and he's now acquired 12 total games suspended in his NHL career. Not a good start for the youngster. Of course, he's still learning his way, but as a repeat offender, they had to increase the number of games, and that was a big one. So for those Ranger fans, Matt Rempe out 8 games. It was a pretty crazy hit. He got up on him and followed through with the elbow. So a lot of conversations about Matt Rempe and how he's going to fit into this league, how he's going to learn to play with his size, very much like Zdeno Chara had to do when he first came into this league. All right, we're going to get ready to go. I got my eye. I will be watching the board to see when they'll be ready, when they bring us the anthems. And, we will cut over as soon as they are set to go. Blues play Detroit today. Yeah, there's going to be lots of games going on all day as teams are wrapping it up before the holiday break. Of course, a lot of teams like Toronto can use this little bit of a break because they got to heal up. Experience is Rempe, the new Raffi Torres. Oh my gosh, Sam, there is a name I have not heard. No, I don't know if you can compare him to a Raffi Torres, but that's an interesting one to think about for sure. Luna, what's going on? Welcome in. Now, a lot of the activities we like to do during the games are going to remain the same. You can still earn points from hanging out, even though we're not in our studio, simply by doing exclamation mark points. That'll tell you how many points you have earned, and you can check those. You can redeem points as the game goes on. You can still bring up the Leaf graphics and the Jets graphics and all the graphics we have to bring up. Now, because we're not in the studio, we don't have our red light today. So we're not going to have our red light player of the game. But hey, that's okay. Right now, we're going for the red team of the game. We're hoping the Leafs can pull this one out, but they're going to be in tight against the Jets. Fowler was excited to be a Blues player. Yeah, Jacob, he is very good. Very good. And I was happy for him. I mean, Cam Fowler deserves to go somewhere, get a new look, regroup. I mean, he was, Anaheim was tough, right? Tough team, tough squad. They weren't going anywhere. Blues are going to give him a little bit of a chance. They still have a lot of work to do, but I was really happy to see him kind of get out of a bad situation. Triton, what's going on? Welcome in. Dan, how's it going? Welcome to the show as well. By the way, Tritons, my Florida Panthers kind of took your Tampa Bay Lightning out to pasture last night and put them to bed. So good on the Panthers. All right, it looks like they're getting on the ice. Looks like they're going to set up with the anthem. So we're going to get things ready here because this is going to come in momentarily, and then we will have things set to go. So this is going to be a good one. Of course, you have all your regular stats. Now our feed, because of the distance, is going to be slightly behind, but we're going to do the best we can with the tools that we have. Maybe every team sacrifice a Connor to the hockey gods. Losing Timmins would be a blow. There you go, Rich. Absolutely. Yeah, Luna, the Raptors, they are tough to watch right now. They are struggling, but we're looking to get through. Now, it is the next-gen game today. Next-gen game, the Maple Leafs wearing their Bieber jerseys, the black with the yellow kind of flip-arounds. So always nice to see them wearing those third jerseys. I kind of like them, to be honest with you. Although you got to keep the black on blue. You can't flip it around to the yellow. The yellow is just a little strange. We don't talk about that game. That's right, we don't. Jacob, Detroit is struggling. Detroit is falling, and they are hurting right now big time. The Detroit Red Wings, they need some help. They need to figure things out because they've been falling. I believe they just lost to Montreal, too, which anytime you lose to Montreal right now is not good. Luna, it is, you know what? I don't know. I believe it's on TSN. I believe it's a TSN game today. David, how's it going? Wall needs to have a much better performance. Yes, he does. He really, really needs to step up and get in there and get going. We're looking forward to seeing Joseph Wall have a much improved game from what we saw previously. Would like to sleep. How's it going? Welcome and welcome to the show. All right, so an afternoon affair. Everything you see is going to work, but it is going to be a little behind the actual call. So we're going to bring that in and listen along. Enjoy the game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be talking throughout. The watch along is kicking it off. Let's tune in. And it's not working now. It was just working. Why is this not working? All right, we're going to figure this out. Bear with me one moment. All right, I don't know why the system audio is not coming through. So bear with me. This game is getting started. We're going to figure this out. We're going to bring this one into you. We're going to figure this one out. Come on. All right, hang on. Jets are dumping this one in early. We'll bring it to you. I'm trying to get the glitch out. Come on. All right. I got no sound levels. All right, I got some sound levels up now. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. Now I just have to figure out how to get the game back going here. Come on. All right, so I think you guys can hear me. Check. Sorry about the technical difficulties. This was working fine just a few minutes ago. I don't know what the issue is right now. Okay. So I got audio, but you guys can't hear any of the audio. And then here, just
Leafs are in the midst of
there we
changing.
go.
They're
All
wearing
right.
their third black jerseys with the white pinstripe lettering as far as numbers are concerned, so bear with us, if you will. Puck comes back to the point. Riley's pass in front of the net, deflected off Pacioretty's stick, but went wide, and then a big hit in the far boards there by Bobby McMahon, who gets shoved around a little bit by Namestnikov, and is now shot into the Toronto zone by Pionk. Puck down the boards and along the wall into the area back of the net. And the Maple Leafs will bank it ahead and try to get it out, and they do, to center ice. Namestnikov brings it back, but had his stick lifted and stolen. And a good play made there by David Camp. Leafs stretching things out again as they are in the midst of a change. Morgan Riley, long right wing feed. And across the line, Robertson trying to find Nylander in front of the net. It didn't work. And out come the Jets with a pass by Namestnikov to get it out into neutral ice. He gets a return pass across the line, back in with a backhand. And a good save made there by goaltender Joseph Wall, who covers up on the short side as the backhand from Cole Perfetti, the Whitby native, is gobbled up.
And Cole Perfetti, 3 points in his last 3 games as well. I thought Joseph Wall looked like he was just starting to cheat to go to the far post. And the backhand came short side, just one shot on goal each now for both the Jets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So you're not a fan of the jerseys? I'm not a huge. I'm admittedly old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Or a traditionalist. Let's put it that way.
I love them up close. They look great. But for what we're trying to do, no, not a big fan. Played down into the zone.
I've just never been a fan of changing colors.
All right,
or adding colors.
Okay, yep. Puck along the boards, far side, unable to trap it there. The Leafs Knies now in against the wall. It comes high to the near boards. Leafs won't get to it, and it's bunted out at center ice and quickly played back. Nice touch pass by Knies, in over the line, and Tavares trying to find Marner, had it knocked away. Here's Kyle Connor coming back the other way with Scheifele. Pass intercepted, and now Marner wheels out of his own zone. Right wing side to the line and in. Tried to flip it in there, and it goes into the corner. Myers had jumped into the rush, took a bit of a hit there as he pokes it around back of the net. And Hayden Fleury for the Jets tried to find a winger that wasn't on the boards, and now here's Domi having it knocked off his stick, but he's able to regain it before it left the zone. Domi along the boards, kept it in momentarily, but it's knocked away. Brought to center ice and in over the line then by Lowry. His pass goes around back of the net. Lowry sending it back to the point, a shot. That went off a body in front of the net as Myers blocked it. To the blue line for Fleury again. This time he sends it around the boards. Reversed back of the net for Adam Lowry. Centering pass. Intercepted by the Leafs and played to the line but not out. Neil Pionk then unable to trap it with his skate on an errant pass as it goes down into the Winnipeg zone. No score. Coming up on 7 minutes played here in the first period. And the Jets get it to center ice and shoot it in. Slowed up by Wall. Played by Benoit to the far side. And a good play made on the far wing to just chip it out into the center ice area. Jets bring it back in. Right wing side, Namestnikov. Played around back of the net. Trying to get there was Lowry. It comes back along the boards. Cut off there before Ehlers could reach it. And out come the Leafs now to center ice. Played in on the right side. Pontus Holmberg unable to track it down. Cole Perfetti will launch it high and get it into the center ice area. There's been plenty of flow to the game, but only 2 shots on goal, 1 each. And off a stick it goes into the crowd and out of play. So a break in the action.
Slow start shooting for the Maple Leafs. A very slow start shooting. As they were saying, it was a nice pace, but only 1 shot apiece. We're almost halfway through the first period. Welcome in to those that are just coming in. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us along. Waiting to see this team finally get going, but we knew they were going to be in tough, very tough today. A very, very tough matchup for sure. But we're going to see. We're going to see if they can hold off and get this one done. Alexander, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm sure I missed some of you coming in. Hey, I know you. What's up, Florida Park Explorers, our partner channel? How's it going? Welcome in. And of course, again, those just joining us, happy holidays. Whether you celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever it is that you celebrate, we hope you have a very good holiday season. Whatever you're doing, be safe, eat lots, and have fun. But hey, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Explorer Jen, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you guys are both having a great day today. Hope everybody is. Now, as you are coming in, make sure you hit that like button, hit that thumbs up for us. This is the last game before the little holiday break. They're going to be off for a couple days, and I believe they're coming back on the weekend with a doubleheader. Raymond, how's it going? Welcome in. Of course, hockey coming up, the World Juniors starting very soon. Lots going on in the world of hockey, whether you're a minor hockey fan, an NHL fan, an international fan. There is something for everyone coming up over the next little bit. Thank you for hitting those likes. And as well, don't forget to hit that subscribe and set your notifications. We're going to have a huge back half of the season. A lot of you have been with us, so you know what's going on. It is going to be a real good time. All right, they're getting ready to just come back from commercial break, and then we'll be getting going. So here we go. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, yeah.
Paul Hendrick in the building. The star of Leafs TV and midweek television. And
travel partner for years with us. And Bob McGill. It was great that Big Daddy brought Kenny spending the afternoon in the alumni suite.
Isn't that nice?
Love
Kenny, Cole Burns, Rob Burling. We've had a lot over the years. Great people with a lot of fun.
Way too many stories, none of which will be repeated here this afternoon. Puck inside of the net, rolls to the goal line.
Boy, they're going to have to look at the net
behind him.
The net cam on this. I don't know if it got over or not. The referee wasn't in position, but this, of course, by the time Hellebuck after the whistle shimmies his way out of the goal. But this was just a sharp-angled backhand.
Right, CeeLo? CeeLo, I hope you're doing well, my friend.
And it was Connor Dewar.
For sure.
Nope. Does not get over.
Well, we can tell you the referees are Eric Ferlot and Michael Markovic.
Only 2 shots on
Johnny
net.
Murray and Andrew Smith are the linesmen here this afternoon.
You mentioned that Hellebuck had a losing record against the Leafs. Big part of that is the Leafs take a 6-game winning streak over Winnipeg into this game.
Well, they got off to that absolutely marvelous start, and then the Leafs went into Winnipeg and beat them. First loss they had this season.
Yep, 6-4.
Face-offs are also 50-50 right now.
Hellebuck also had, I think it was Ilya Samsonov's best game as a Leaf, a 1-0 overtime win over Winnipeg here last January. Both goaltenders were great, but Ilya Samsonov ended up with the win at the end of it.
Puck out into the center
That's right,
ice
Justin.
area.
No Matthews.
Jets
Matthews
go back to
upper body injury.
Group, and now Pionk will get it up on the right wing, and a long shoot-in taken there by Appleton. Goes wide of the Leaf goal. Back into the corner then for David Camp. Unable to play it up the boards was Timmins. That's drawn a crowd in the far corner. And the puck, when it is dug free, gets back to the point, and it's kept in by Winnipeg as it comes around to the near side. Leafs spin it out on the boards and gets to center, and it is Pacioretty sending it deep into Winnipeg territory. Gets a bit of a rub in there on Hayden Fleury, and the Jets break out at center with Pionk hitting the Leaf line on the right wing, dropping it back. Appleton with a long shot kicked away by goaltender Joseph Woll. That's just the second shot on goal for Winnipeg. Puck into the slot area and a drive. And I don't think Hellebuck saw that. He heard it. It went whistling wide off a body. Centering pass in front. Comes back to McCabe. To the point, and a shot is blocked in front of the net by Pionk. Jets get it out at center, but it's there's a lot of gesturing going by the linesman.
Could have been a glove pass.
I think it is, yeah. Well, he's got to work on that gesturing, because that was very confusing. I'll have a word. I'll send Henny down.
But Henny was omnipresent every practice.
Yeah, Dan, that's crazy.
Always the first one to ask a question in a scrum, and there were a lot of tough years where it was tough to ask that first question after a game.
I want you to give us the best one that you remember. Puck goes into the near corner in the Winnipeg zone.
Well, in fairness, I wasn't there.
Welcome in. Thank you so much for the gifted membership.
Pass ahead, Tavares across the line. Right wing side. A pass in front of the net for Nyes. Deflected wide of the goal. Swept around the boards then by Ekman Larsson, who was into the rush. Bouncing puck again in the slot. Nyes couldn't get to it. Tavares does. He gets knocked into the boards there by DeMello. Played it into the side of the net. But Morrissey for Winnipeg gets it ahead, and now Connor pushes it ahead for Scheifele. Scheifele in over the line with Velarde, and he got belted and knocked to the ice. Scheifele did. Played out and down the ice, but no icing. Robertson into the forecheck, but the Jets play it around on the left wing. And it's punched out into the neutral zone. Leafs getting back at their own blue line. Play it up at center, and now a lead pass on the left wing for Robertson. Sharp angle, decides not to shoot it. Cycles it back into the corner for Nylander. Nylander getting it into the slot, and the one-timer by Robertson went just wide of the goal.
He can shoot it. Yes, Tristan, we're not in the studio right now.
Colin Miller plays it out at center ice. Leafs get it again, and Myers wastes little time shooting the puck right back into the Winnipeg end. Nylander curling out, got it back to the blue line. D to D, it comes to Benoit, and his shot was off the mark wide. Nylander will try it again in the far corner. Got some assistance there on the boards as it comes back to the point. Connor Timmins holds, tried to get a shot away, bounces in front of the net. But Heinola is there for Winnipeg to take it to safety, and we're 6 seconds away from 11 minutes played, no score. Benoit getting it ahead on a lead pass, springs a man, Dewar in, shoots, stopped by Hellebuck, and he's going to cover up on it.
Oh, Dewar got two chances at it, taking the pass to the blue line right in behind the Winnipeg defense. Walks in on Hellebuck.
Rich, that's a great
Stopped the
question.
first time, got the rebound right back.
I don't have an answer for it.
Whacked that into the right pad of the Winnipeg goaltender coming off a 5-0 shutout.
I think
of
they're
the
both
Minnesota
just
Wild.
so
He's been
offensive
perfect early
minded.
on here.
They're so
It
quick
is
to
a
try and
nothing
rush the
tie.
breakout
You're listening to
that
Bolton Leaf Hockey on.
things get turned over, right, as they try to rush it out of their zone. The brain is going so fast on how to make that breakout play, how to get going, that they just, a little blunder. It's got to be something like that. But yeah, they're both going now, right? We know they can shoot the puck. We know the creativity is there. The neutral zone play is okay. The defensive zone needs some work. Now, the unknown is, we don't know the way they're being coached. Maybe they're being coached to play a certain way. They're having some trouble kind of switching to play that style. We see the same with Morgan Riley, right? Coach has a different sort of strategy for Morgan Riley that he's used to. And it's very hard when you play a certain way for so long to change your style of play. That's right, Scott. We're up to 6 shots now, which is good. At least they're shooting the puck. Leafs come very, very close, so that was a good play. Can I root for the 94 Rangers instead of the 24 Rangers? Absolutely, Bear Shark. You certainly can. I don't know if it's going to help the situation, but if it puts you at ease, absolutely go ahead. Now, the issue with Austin Matthews, we saw Austin Matthews a couple of games ago take that cross check to the ribs. And if you notice, very, very subtly, he kind of grabbed his side the way he got up. Al, what's going on? Welcome in. And so, the whole time we were kind of speculating, was it his wrist? Was it his back? What the issue was? The way he grabbed his ribs had me thinking maybe it is a rib issue that he had. Maybe there was a cracked rib or a broken rib way back when he first had that injury and just didn't heal properly. Because, in the game today, you're constantly taking shots to the ribs. And I wonder if it's just not properly healed. And maybe that's why he went to Germany to get some treatment on it. Maybe that's what he's re-aggravated now. We'll have to see the story with Austin Matthews. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it could be a rib issue.
Absolutely wonderful human being to be around.
Oh, God, yes.
And so great to see him here.
And one of the great punsters of our time. Pass into the Toronto zone, left wing side, trying to get back in front of the net, but Myers made sure that Niederreiter wasn't going anywhere, and the Leafs break it out at center as it's deflected into the zone by Bobby McMahon.
Jay, what's going on, my friend?
McMahon couldn't come up with it. Then a pass goes off the stick of Pacioretty. Pacioretty gets another hit in as it's off a stick and high to center ice. The Leafs going back to it. No score here in the first period. 12 minutes in the books. And the Leafs have had 6 shots on goal. The Jets have had 3. Played into Winnipeg territory. Hellebuck bunting it into the near corner. Almost stolen by Nyes as it comes in front of the net. And a shot off a skate and up into the screen and out of play harmlessly. And a face-off is going to come in the...
We got to watch Nyes. When Nyes is on the ice, he moves everywhere. You got to be very careful because he's going to cut through. He's going to have chances. He's going to forecheck. Nice. He's going to do it all. He's continuing to impress me every single time he's on the ice.
Has really found their legs offensively as of yet.
First period brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus, Ontario only. Play responsibly. Visit connexontario.ca. And the puck goes into the Winnipeg bench. And a face-off is going to come in the circle to the left of Connor Hellebuck.
Hellebuck's one of those goaltenders, too, that if you get to him, you can score some goals early, kind of rattle his cages. But he is the elite of the elite. Connor Hellebuck, one of the best goaltenders in the game.
Knocked down by the glove.
Wouldn't have counted. It was.
I was going to say, unless they've changed the rules, that was not going to count.
Yeah, do you want more scoring or not?
Yeah, exactly. If you can volleyball it in with your hand, why wouldn't you get more goals scored?
I think the easiest way to get more goals scoring, eliminate the goalie interference penalty.
Well, you know what? It would
Gretchen, what's going on? Welcome in.
For more people to
yeah,
play
Leafs and Cats battling for that top Atlantic spot.
A mile long.
Although you
I have a feeling they're going to be battling all season long.
Just to represent those
two are going to finish the season against each other with a couple games.
Face-off win.
Alan,
Myers'
how's
first
it
shot
going?
was
Good
high and
afternoon.
wide. Down along the boards, the Leafs. Nylander getting it around back of the net. Now Robertson with some room in the corner. Banks it back to the point. Myers' shot goes off the leg of the Winnipeg player and up into the crowd and out of play. It would be interesting. And now playing goal.
Right, so it looks like we got Myers in here.
We've gone through everything.
Myers, they had him listed as out. Let's see if there's any other players in the lineup tonight that I wasn't expecting. Holmberg is in, apparently.
After no interference is being called in the crease.
Yeah, Myers and Holmberg both in the lineup tonight.
Body injury. I think we could probably
we're set to be
circle a few instances last game where it might have happened.
Pass off a stick, bounces to the near side. And in on the right wing, a shot by Velarde goes wide of the net. Scheifele keeping it in, but his pass was gobbled up, and now Marner trying to sift his way through and in over the line and does. Looks for a man in front with a shot, and that was deflected wide. Comes back to the blue line. Ekman-Larsson punching it around back of the net, tipped in front of the goal out of the reach of Nyes. Good play by Ekman-Larsson to run a little interference to allow Jake McCabe to keep it in, and then a shot is stopped by Hellebuck, but it comes back to the point. Into the slot for Marner. A shot and knocked down by Hellebuck and covered up. Great play by Ekman-Larsson. It wasn't interference.
It wasn't quite a pick.
Running interference. And he made a
Ekman-Larsson
great
does a
play
good
to
job.
allow
Marner's starting to
Jake
get some
McCabe
shots.
to get the
With
puck to
Marner.
get a shot away.
Well,
They're starting to make some moves, trying to get in there, make some
Leafs,
plays.
But they have given up
we talk about
nothing.
Marner all the time lately, but he's continuing.
8-3, the official shots on goal.
Rob, what's going on? Welcome in.
Merry
Christmas to you as well.
And I kind of like the way they've approached this game, Joe, where it's been defense first, giving up nothing off the rush.
Puck down in the Winnipeg zone, gobbled up by Namestnikov. He gets it out at center, trying to kick it in over the line, but doing so at the cost of an offside. Whoa. And then Robertson gets a bit of a cuff.
Hopefully it's a second round matchup and not a first.
Namestnikov came in and gave him a little bit of a shot. I don't think anything is going to come of this.
6:09 to play.
Yeah, good night. They've owned the Jets over the last several years.
Seen any kind of stat
Scheifele made a comment a couple years back saying, nothing is better than beating the Leafs. Or beating the Leafs is always a good time, something like that. The Jets have struggled against Toronto ever since.
Who probably has this stuff right at his fingertips.
What would you have exactly?
I have nothing. Pretty much what you got.
That ended that conversation, didn't it?
I got nothing.
I just figured that somebody's got stats for everything.
Well, yes.
Not us in particular.
No.
Somebody.
Puck in the Toronto zone. Namestnikov backhands around back of the net. Trapped there by Joseph Woll, and he'll give it to Benoit. Benoit to his defense partner. Got it back again from McCabe, and now a pass out at center ice is deflected away, and Connor Timmins has to get on his horse. No, never mind. Doesn't have to because it's offside.
Get on a donkey.
It was actually
Gotta
a
love
merry-go-round.
those
Just
offsides.
the mechanical one. He was fine. He's fine.
No, I guess donkeys can still trot, right? But you would
Why
think
are you
what?
looking
So
at
8
me?
shots now for the
I
Maple
don't
Leafs.
own
The
a
Leafs are getting
donkey.
some shots. Have not been able to beat.
Not even as a pet.
Hellebuck
growing
going.
up?
No. No. Never
Lisa,
owned a
hello
donkey.
there.
Ever
Merry
work
Christmas.
with one? Yes.
I have sons who have been donkeys, but I do not own one.
Merry Christmas and a happy
Yeah, we're giving
Hanukkah
you
to
the out to say
everybody
you
out
work
there
with
who
one
celebrate.
for 28 years.
Among other names that have come to light, Leafs back in their own zone. Played out at center ice, too far for Bobby McMahon. And it is played right back into the zone now by Winnipeg, and then bounced down into Jet territory, forcing Colin Miller back
Hey,
to the puck.
Lizard.
Miller gets it up on the right side. Niederreiter played it to center, to the line and in. Bounced around back of the goal, chipped in front of the net. What a great bit of back checking there by David Camp. He took his man right to the blue paint, and if he doesn't, it's probably 1-0. Little plays that don't show up on the score sheet. Appleton.
We don't talk
his
about
shot
David
right
Kemp's
on. Big
defensive
save
play
made
enough.
by Wall, and then one of the Jets goes cartwheeling. That's Niederreiter, I believe, into the goal, dislodging the post on the far side. Gets a friendly tap on the pants from Wall.
But you know what, Mitch Marner, again, you talk about a great defensive play by David Kampf earlier. This time, it's Mitch Marner, and he's going to the box.
See, you jinxed it. You brought up about the no penalties, and here we are.
Could have gone the other way.
Yeah, could have. All right, Leafs are going to be a man short when we return. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey.
All right, they're going to go to commercial break. Leafs shorthanded. You don't like to see that. Leafs got to keep their wits about them. They got to keep going. Marner going to the box. Oof, doesn't sound like much. Taking a hooking call, and some of those hooking calls are quite questionable. Quite questionable. We have to see this coming up here because I, like you, am just flying with the audio. We got a feed here, but it is very, very, very delayed. Scott, that's right. It is a penalty. Sometimes you wonder why, but it is indeed a penalty. Yeah, Justin, very soft. Very, very, very soft. And funny, Marner doesn't usually take the hooking penalties too much. Waiting to see this one come around so I can get a good eye on it. But wow, the speed is super duper delayed. But they're going to put the Jets, who are the best penalty or best power play team, on the ice with a man advantage. And yeah, okay, there's a little bit of a hook. But again, I'm not so sure about this one. Luna, I actually don't have a feed on my computer. So I can't show you the highlight of it. I'm waiting to kind of see the replay so I can try and describe this to you. So, yeah, the Winnipeg player was driving towards the net. To me, it looked like Marner gave a stick lift. He was holding his stick up. Didn't look like a hook from the angles they showed on the replay. So I'm not convinced this is a penalty. To me, this is a stick lift, and the player lost his balance. I don't think this was a hook. I think this is a good play by Marner.
You wouldn't have seen it. So
Great to hear from Peeler, who's down in the St. Louis
Right,
area.
exactly, Scott.
Penalty
Exactly.
kill brought to you by Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game. Lease the CRV from 2.99% up to 28 months.
The Leafs going to be in tough here to kill this one off.
By the way, it was
Jets
a penalty.
gonna look to,
Marner's hook, and it's saved to
go up ahead.
probably.
If you are
Hook
just
was
coming
into
in,
the hands
welcome
of
to the show.
Niederreiter.
Thank you for joining us
But
this
there was also
afternoon.
a
Hit
dime.
that thumbs up
As soon as
button
the
for
hook
us. Hit
comes
that
up,
like.
I don't know what the
If
officials
this is
are
your
talking
first
about
time
right
with
now.
us,
Where the
consider
face-off's
hitting that
supposed to be,
subscribe
they're
as
gonna
well.
stay
And
inside
don't
the
forget to
zone,
hit
but-
that
But as soon
notification.
as
I get
the hook was
messages after every
administered,
stream
somehow
saying,
getting
Sam,
put in
I
the
didn't know
hands
you were
caused
live today.
Niederreiter's
Make sure you
legs
have
to
that
go straight out
notification
and
set. You'll get a
slide into the
reminder
goal.
30 minutes before, and then when we do go live.
Quite the
Kim,
hook.
how's it going? Welcome in.
I mean, I'm not a doctor.
Justin,
or
they're
a
always
neurosurgeon. I don't know how
always.
it's all connected.
Jets
But-
win the face-off. Their power play is the best in the National Hockey League. They have the puck in the far corner. Scheifele getting it back to the blue line. Gets it returned on the far half boards. Took a shot off the chest. Blocked, but not out. Another shot. Oh, and a great save by Wall there off of Kyle Connors. And now the Leafs are going to get a hold of it. And David Camp sends it out and down the ice. 2 good saves by Joseph Wall.
Wall's holding down the fort right now.
Dropping the puck back. Scheifele brings it through neutral ice. Hits the line and in on the left wing. He goes to the front of the net with a backhand, and Wall able to come across. Down in the butterfly, took it on the chest, and is going to hold for a face-off with 4:02.
You know, that's what I like to see from Joseph Wall. When he's taking those shots, and he's holding the rebounds and getting the stoppages. That is key, right? We've often talked about Wall having an issue with rebound control. So it's good to see we're starting to see that rebound control coming in.
Efficiency rate.
I mean, if you look just over here to the side, you'll see where the shots are coming from. Toronto's been shooting from the face-off circle and down low in front of the net. Winnipeg is kind of sporadic all across the board. They got 2 shots from halfway between the blue line and the face-off dots, but most of Winnipeg's shots are coming down low. Ah!
Wall lost sight of it. Was Johnny on the spot.
Kyle Connor going to get this one done on the power play. Wall can't do it all his own.
Scored 2 in Winnipeg, both from the same spot.
And the Jets put this one in. They worked it down the far side of the ice. A quick shot. The rebound came in front. Leafs couldn't clear. They keep it in, and a one-time blast by Connor is stopped. Jets again regroup.
Of Wall, but
and boy, oh boy, they do a nice job. Connor with a couple opportunities on this power play. Now, we talked in the pregame about the Connors, how important they are to their teams, and we were talking about first name Connor. We didn't talk about last name Connor. Kyle Connor with the blast. He puts the Jets ahead 1-0.
20th goal of the season for Kyle Connor.
I mean, just take their power play and combine
his 20th from Velarde and Morrissey
against his save percentage.
Yep. Leafs trying to get onside, but didn't get there in time as the rush came in. And now Domi gets into a pushing section in front with Lowry. That ends up drawing a crowd. Nothing more there.
Tristan,
well after the whistle. Willie Nylander was still in the full splits mode in front of the Winnipeg bench trying to stay on side.
This is the next gen game for the Maple Leafs with lots of youngsters involved. And
yeah, so it was a big rebound, that's given up in front. Nobody comes over to clear it. Kyle Connor with a nice shot. Puts that one in. So. Questionable penalty leads to a power play goal against.
I'm all for it as long as it's permanent.
Seems to be the case more often than not.
I got your back.
Now, watching this behind wall angle, he makes the initial save, but he doesn't see where the rebound goes
on the right wing. Appleton sends it to the net. It's caught by
So we were just talking about rebound control. There's a rebound that goes out. He can't see it. He has to try and come across.
And 2, or how many more? No, there's 1, 2 who have 19. By comparison, the Leafs have only 4 players who have 20 or more points.
You want to guess who they are? And that included somebody that's been out of the lineup 11 times already this season, and Austin Matthews.
Yep. Draw one by Winnipeg. Sent by Pionk to the far side. Another long shot into the chest of Wall, and he's going to hold on.
There we go. He's holding that one down.
3:27 to go in the
We're going to talk a little bit about Austin Matthews at the upcoming intermission.
They don't have somebody that's leading the league.
Stick around with us. We want to have your opinions. We want to hear your thoughts.
Top 9 forwards.
We're going to ask some questions.
Are having pretty decent years. I mean, you do everything by committee.
Of course, we will run down all the stats as we normally do.
They certainly share the power play.
They did.
Connor has 9. Scheifele 4. Ehlers 4. Velarde 6. Iafallo 4. Pionk 3. I mean, it's like you say, well distributed throughout their lineup. Leafs with the puck in the offensive zone. Myers with a shot that doesn't make it through. Grabbed off then and banked back to Myers at the right point. Thinks about going D to D, then sends a shot to the net, but it was wide. Riley trying to pinch to keep it in and does. Puck into the near corner. Pionk sends it back to the net. Another good hit there by Pacioretty. Boy, he's turned into a nasty bit of business, hasn't he, since coming to Toronto? Shot in front of the Leaf goal is knocked away.
It's probably the traffic. I think that's happened to all of us.
Yes. Play it around the boards to the far side in the Leaf end. They regroup the puck, and Riley starts up with a pass ahead for Marner. Marner's feed in the neutral zone for Nyes didn't work. It's back along the boards in the Toronto zone, and then an errant pass sent for Marner. The linesman has waved it off just as well. It didn't make it over the goal line anyway. Puck back to the Winnipeg goal. Jets get it off the boards and play it out at center. Bouncing to the line and in, offside, as Iafallo tried to work in on that right wing with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Hey, Carson,
here in
welcome
the
back.
first period. And want to thank Keith Pelly, the CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, for allowing us to have David be able to do a game or do a period here of this game. Kind of flew it by him, and he thought it was a pretty neat idea. I remember the Young Canada
Rich,
Hockey
if
Nights
you're allowed
on
to get
TV
some extra
when
padding in there, I think it's
Bill
something we
Hewitt
should
would slide
definitely
in as
invest
about
in
a
for him.
15 or
Hey, Prep,
16-year-old
welcome in.
do a game with his dad, Foster. It's nice. DeMello playing it back into the neutral zone, and now has to go back to his own blue line with under 2 minutes to play. 1-0 Winnipeg on a power play goal. Played into the Toronto zone. Wall gets it around back of the net. Up on the wing it comes to Marner. Marner's rink-wide pass. In over the line now for Ekman Larsson. He sends a shot to the net. An easy save for Hellebuck. Nyes trying to help out. Nyes comes off the bail, the corner, and then a centering pass.
Hey,
rolled
Primus.
off the stick of Pontus Holmberg. Pontus Holmberg gets enough scoring chances that you just wish.
Thanks, Prep. You as
had a
well.
little
Yeah, we had
better
to get on
touch
here and
around
get
the
this
net.
last game
That
in
was a
before the
perfect
break.
example. Ekman Larsson back behind his own goal, blew a tire and fell. Puck is back of the net, comes away with it though. Got it up the middle and off on the wing. It comes to Marner. His feed to the right wing side for Dewar didn't connect. And it's played to an open wing now, and the Leafs trying to get to it. They
Last
do.
minute of play.
Brought on
Yeah,
now
good
by
night.
Connor
They have
Dewar.
some solid
His shot was
goaltending.
blocked. The rebound goes into the corner.
They are
Lorenz trying
tough.
to get to it. Lorenz in the near boards. Played it to Domi. Domi couldn't find a man in front. Lorenz with another hit as it comes out. And it is shot back in by Benoit.
Prep coming in with
And
10
40 seconds
gifted
remain in the
memberships.
period.
Prep, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Please, everybody, hit those stick
Got it ahead
taps
and is
for
deflected down
Prep,
into the
and
Toronto
congratulations,
zone. Connor
new
Timmins
channel
around back of
members.
the net. Has it up against the boards and an errant pass.
Jose,
and a shot
Laszlo,
blocked.
Tom,
The rebound still in the
T88,
Toronto
Kayla.
zone. Stolen back by Nick
Boyd.
Robertson. And Robertson will find an outlet to get it ahead.
Face,
Benoit will carry to the
Zelda.
red line and shoot it in. Hellebuck can't slow it up. Leafs get it off on the wing, and a centering pass by Robertson didn't connect. Robertson with it in the far corner. 5 seconds left in the period. Jets are going to get it to center, and that will do it.
All right, there goes the buzzer. We're at first intermission. Prep, thank you so much for that. Wow. All right, let's go over to the intermission. We're going to break down all these stats. Unbelievable. Wow. Prep, thank you so much. We're going to give a little shimmy there for Prep. A little raise the roof. 10 gifted memberships. What? Thank you so much. 1-0 for the Winnipeg Jets over the Toronto Maple Leafs. 12-8 are the shots, and I'm okay with that. 12-8 are the shots. That is perfectly A-okay. Obviously, you'd like to see Toronto ahead in that department, but we'll take it. We will take that all day long. 9 hits for the Leafs, 5 for the Jets. Face-offs pretty close, 12-10. 1-for-1, Winnipeg goes on the power play. 0-for-0, Toronto, they did not have a power play opportunity. 4 giveaways for the Maple Leafs. Not bad, not bad. Much better than what we've seen in the past. 1 giveaway for the Jets. And 2-1 the takeaways, 7-3 the block shots. So not only are the Jets doing a good job with Hellebuyck in net, they're blocking shots, which is crazy. Prep has thrown the gauntlet. There it is. Jolly good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's suiting up in armor. Suiting up. Prep has laid down the gauntlet. He's suiting up. Oh, so funny. Still lots of hockey to go. That's right. Tons of hockey to go. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. David coming in blue light, hitting that subscribe. Thank you very much. If you are not already subbed up, be like David, hit that subscribe. And also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Smash that like. Phil, what's going on? Welcome in. Jets. December is busy with back-to-backs. Those back-to-backs are crazy. Ulysses coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Wow, the memberships are flying here today. Thank you, Ulysses, so much. Congratulations. Frankie, Austria, Naminam, the Northern Snowman, Ron, congratulations. And Ulysses, thank you so much. Stick taps in the chat for Ulysses. Ulysses and Prep dropping it like it's hot. Thank you both so much. Luna, I am not sure. I don't know, to be honest with you. Because we're kind of away on vacation, it depends on the day, it depends on the schedule, where we are, what we're doing. So that's why it's important to make sure you have that notification bell set, because a lot of the time it might pop up within the hour or right when it's starting. So we might not have a lot of room for advance notice. Dennis, how's it going? Not a good goal. No, it wasn't a good goal. On that goal, he kind of went down. He made the stop. Lost the rebound, didn't know where it kind of deflected out to, and just couldn't get over in time to get covered. Winds of Summer, how's it going? Season greetings from Boston. Back from a long trip. Bruins had Oh, man, Boston's struggling. Hey, Boston, what a weird team they are to watch this year. JDA, what's going on? It's awesome, JDA. It is wonderful. Wonderful. We're having a great time. Weather is beautiful. Of course, everyone's down at the pool today, and I am up here with all of you because I had to make sure to get on and get this going. So we'll go down to the pool a little bit later. But we are here on vacation bringing you some hockey coverage so we can come here and talk hockey, and we appreciate y'all so very much. Hey, thanks for the thumbs down. Appreciate it. I mean, I still wish people would tell me why. If you're going to give a thumbs down, if you're still in the chat, which I doubt you are, but if you're still in the chat and you gave a thumbs down, let me know why. Let me know why. At least that way I can understand. All right, let's talk a couple of things here. One of the things I wanted to talk about, and we kind of started to, was about Austin Matthews, Toronto getting thrashed by the Thrashers. Damn it. Man, remember the Atlanta Thrashers? Oh, my goodness, the Atlanta Thrashers. They were so good. They were so good. But right now, the Jets, you're right, the Jets, they are the team to beat. Hockey is funny, right? Hockey is funny. We see this all the time. The teams that often in the regular season finish atop the standings are the ones that usually get eliminated in a fashion that makes you kind of scratch your head and say, did that really happen? You know, there's always these funny stories. The teams that kind of squeak into the playoffs, go far and get things done. I'm hoping all the Canadian teams. I'm hoping all the Canadian teams have a chance to go far and get things done. And right now, they are all kind of hanging in there. If you look at kind of the standings, it's fun to watch because all these teams are battling in there and making it really, really, really close. Matthews went to Ben, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I don't know for certain that's what it is. There's all kinds of different treatments going on, and it makes me wonder if it was something along those lines, some kind of a treatment that he went over there to get, which he just could not get here. All right, so we'll get into the standings in a moment, but let's talk Austin Matthews. So Austin Matthews, we all thought originally it was a wrist. We thought it was a back, something like that. Now seeing the latest set of cross checks. I'm kind of anticipating it's a rib issue, something in his side, in his ribs. And if you've ever had a rib injury before, cracked rib, fractured, broken, whatever it is, popped rib, it is so painful. And anything you do is you got to change it, right? Forget about playing hockey, just walking, driving in a car, every bump of the road, you feel it. Everything you do, you feel it. Next game Friday. Yeah, Luna, I got to see what our schedule is here. I don't know. I don't know the plans that we have out here, but we'll look to get it scheduled once we kind of sit down and understand kind of where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing over the next few days. So the question that comes up, and they're talking about, does Austin Matthews get shut down? Do we need to shut him down, put him on long-term IR, have him sit out a month, 2 months, 3 months, the rest of the regular season, whatever the case may be? Do we put him on IR? Now, we've seen when he was out for a couple of weeks, Toronto can win without him. Bruce ribs are really bad. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. They certainly are. And so, if they shut him down, the team still wins. It allows him to heal properly. If they shut him down for the rest of the regular season, it gives him a chance to go out and sign some players to use that money, right? And then you bring him in at the playoffs, and this is what Tampa did with Kucherov. They went in to win the Stanley Cup. What Vegas did with, was it Stone, I believe it was, that had the back injury? Not Stone, Eichel, whoever it was. They did it twice, right? They won a cup and they got close the second time. So we've seen teams do this where they sit the star, then they go out and through trade or at the trade deadline, they bring in some big dollar top talent and they have room to, make a move, and then they bring the superstar back for the playoffs. Now, I don't like to see that. I kind of think it's cheating in a way. But it's certainly an interesting strategy, and if the Leafs can win without him, it'd be very interesting. You have to wear a shirt all the time. JDA, of course, especially on stream. So, what do you guys think? What would you like to see this team do with Austin Matthews? Would you want to see him kind of shut down for the rest of the season? Would you want to see him shut down for a couple of months? Or are you of the mindset, let him have off the Christmas break and then let's get him back here as soon as possible because this team needs him? What do you all think is the right move for the Austin Matthews saga? Time for Leafs games scheduled, back-to-backs. Yeah, there's a couple back-to-backs, and then of course the Four Nations Cup. That's right. And Matthews, is going to be on Team USA in the Four Nations Cup as well. So whatever happens, you got to take that into consideration. If he's missing all these games with Toronto, I don't want Matthews playing in Four Nations Cup. If he's missed all this time, if he has a nagging injury, he should not be playing. If he's going to miss, he's already missed significant time now. If he's going to miss significant time in January, there's no way he should be playing in the Four Nations Cup. Shut him down to playoffs, take the money for rentals. Yeah, Rich, I agree. Hey, thank you for those thumbs down as well. If you're still here, let me know why the thumbs down. What aren't you happy about? Let us know. Or are you just coming in from elsewhere to give us a thumbs down? Let us know. Shut them down until playoffs. Yeah, Rich, I hate that strategy, but I'm kind of leaning that way. Anthems, you need to sing it for Jonathan. There's 0.00% chance of that happening. Absolutely 0.00. Give him his time to heal properly. Treat Matthews like an ancient museum relic. Yeah, Lizard, absolutely. He needs that time. You don't want to hear me sing. You don't want to hear me sing at all. I assure you of that. I assure you of that. You don't want to hear me sing. We be streaming World Juniors. JDA, that's the plan. That's the plan, but it kind of depends on where we are and what we're doing. And, we are on vacation. We are having family time. So that obviously comes first. And then what we can fit in, we certainly will. But yeah, it's not the same if I do it. It's one thing. We got to bring the stream to it. We got to bring the singers to do it. We got to bring those singers to do it. And 34, very inconsistent playoff form. That said, hopefully he'll be ready At least face the Wings on Friday. Yeah, I hope so, David. I really hope so. He certainly deserves to be. So the thumbs downers, nobody wants to speak up. Nobody wants to share their reasoning why. I'm calling you out. I'm asking, hey, if you don't like something, we'd love to know what it is. So let us know. Speak up. Speak up. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you don't like. Is it me? Is it the stream? Is it the score? Is it the graphics? Is it the video? Or are you just watching another stream and you want to come in and just hit the thumbs down on everybody else? We'd love to know. Instead of being a shadow, come to the forefront. Speak your mind. That's what this forum is all about. Let them sit for some weeks, couple months. Yeah, Jess, I'm with you there. I don't like the idea of shutting them down for the whole year. I mean, it works if we can make something happen with that money. But I think give it a couple weeks, couple months, let them go down, let them rest, have them work it. Obviously, the 2 weeks or so he was out, was it 8 games, 10 games that he missed? Wasn't enough, because if one cross-check could come in and, again, re-aggravate that injury, it's not enough time. You got to spend the time. I mean, you're what, if you're with a standard kind of rib injury, you're what, 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, 4 to 6 weeks before it heals properly. Now, if you're an athlete, yes, you might heal a little faster, but it's going to take that time to come back in, because you need to be able to take those hits. Those hits are really, really going to hit you hard. I've heard you sing, and your album is coming out in January. No. No album. I am not the singer in the family. We'll just leave it at that one. Matthews will heal, but he won't lose work. Yeah, it's one of those situations where he has to figure it out. Absolutely no logical reason to thumbs down here. Thanks, Brian. I'm just curious what people do, right? I'm not going to hate a hater. Haters can hate all they want, but I'm just curious why. There are some folks that just go from stream to stream and hit the thumbs down because they think they're helping somebody else out, but it really doesn't do anything. So it gives us engagement, which we appreciate. 6 to 8 weeks for any bone is the key. It heals from the space, not the surface area. There you go, Rich. Dropping the knowledge. That is a very, very good point, Rich. 6 to 8 weeks. So 6 to 8. So Matthews was out, what, 2.5? So maybe that's what he needs. 2 months, shut him down now, bring him back February, or bring him back after the Four Nations Cup. You give the instructions, you're not playing. Have him sit for the Four Nations Cup, come back when that is over. Go into, end of February, beginning of March. Play it through, then you should be good. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Then you make that call, right? If it's still bothered and it's going in towards a trade deadline, maybe you make the decision, hey, we're going to shut you down for the rest of the season. We're going to make some trades, bring in some big dollar players, and then bring them back for the playoffs. So I agree. I think you got to shut them down for at least, month and a half, 2 months, let it heal up. Only thing is, who would we sign that can fill Matthews if he goes on long-term IR? So it's not that you would sign. You'd have to do it through trade. And let's just say it. You can't replace. You're not replacing Matthews. The Leafs have enough talent that they're able to get stuff done without him. You never want to see your captain go on the shelf, but it's a little bit of a short-term pain for long-term gain. And if you can get a healthy Matthews come the playoffs, the last thing you want is this to drag on where he's in, out. It's hurting the lineup, no consistency. You get to the playoffs, and all of a sudden the first round he's knocked out for the playoffs. That would be horrible. With ribs, it may be the intercostals, those figments hold together. Yeah, very well. Matthews, what's going on? Domi is one less player to pass to. Listen, Domi's been playing okay as of lately. He's had some good. The third line has been very strong in the last couple games. But Bobby McMahon, I think 3 goals in his last 3 games. Third line has definitely been much improved. Right now, Toronto Maple Leafs sitting 4th overall in the Eastern Conference. They are now 2 points behind the Florida Panthers, of course, looking to tie them up. Florida in 3rd spot with 46 points. Washington Capitals, they're leading the East at 48 points. So Toronto just a couple of points back from them. We talked about the Detroit Red Wings earlier. Detroit is sitting in 15th spot, just ahead, 4 points ahead of the Buffalo Sabres. Detroit now a point behind the Montreal Canadiens. That's not good. Winnipeg Jets, number 1 in the Western Conference, 49 points. They are number 1 overall in the National Hockey League. The Jets, top spot, of course, Vegas in 2nd, followed by Minnesota. The Oilers now in 4th spot. Vancouver and Calgary hanging on 7th and 8th. So it would be good if, Montreal, I don't think has a hope of catching up enough to get into the playoffs. But it would be great if all the other Canadian teams could certainly get in there. Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, Winnipeg in the West, Toronto and Ottawa in the East. In Ottawa, they are just in that 8th spot right now, tied with the Lightning with 38 points. So lots going on in the standings, which we'll continue to watch. It's going to be interesting to watch how they move around. If only they had an enforcer to punish people that go after Matthews Ribs, they should go. Yes, Rich, I agree. Ryan Reeves has not been the enforcer we needed to be. We still have, Kyle Clifford down in the Marlies? Send Reeves down. Bring up Kyle Clifford. Let's get Clifford in there. He'll teach some guys a lesson. Reeves is not doing the job that he should be doing. I think that's one of the reasons why Matthews re-injured again. All right, prep sounds good. All right, buzzers at 0. Let's get set. Second period of action coming right up. Triton coming in with $2 super chat. These have talent. They do, Triton. Lots of talent. Victoria, how's it going? All right, we're getting set for period number 2. It's going to be a doozy. We must protect Matthews. Dallas, what's going on? Yes, we do. And Triton, thank you so much. Let's give some stick taps to Triton. Even though he's not a Leaf fan, he says he is. But Triton, we're still going to give you some stick taps because we appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. All right, let's get set. Period number 2 coming right up.
This evening, which is all important as well.
I don't know whether he made the call to the Leafs, the NHL, or the Packers to get that done. But the Leafs need a spark. Mitch Marner and Connor Dewar led the Leafs with 3 shots on goal Leafs, but only 8 total in the opening period.
Leafs will start with Camp, Pacioretty, and Bobby McMann as the second period is underway. Winnipeg quickly over the line. They fired into the far corner. Appleton threw it to the net. That's kicked away by Wall, and the Leafs will clear it out into the neutral zone. Rolls over the Winnipeg blue line. Behind the net is Hayden Fleury. He rims it up the far boards. Kept in momentarily by the Leafs, but now controlled by Winnipeg. Here's Nino Niederreiter inside his own zone. That's one of the more interesting names in the National Hockey League to pronounce. Was looking forward to that one. Leafs now bounce it out into the center ice area. McMahon over the line with a shot. That's blocked away by Hellebuck. In the far corner, both teams battling for it. Now Pacioretty throws it towards the front. Camp will give it to McMahon, who will fire from a sharp angle. And that goes wide and caroms all the way back into the Leaf zone. Connor Hellebuck leading the league in just about every stat in the National Hockey League right now. Ralphie, I certainly never did that in my career.
Well, I got here before you did, so I can tell you how that worked out.
Marner lets a shot on goal, and
Hellebuck whistle on the play. Welcome in for everyone who's just coming in. Thanks for hitting those thumbs up. Appreciate it.
I'm not
Make
sure
sure you
if
keep
Tavares
the
redirected
thumbs up going.
Connor Hellebuck was off balance, fell to his side as he was clutching it to the
Karen
Jet
Wall
crest
is in that
front of his
Joseph
jersey.
Wall.
And Johnny Tavares might have just got enough of that.
Falls.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got an issue. We got a Winnipeg Jets goal. As the audio, there it goes.
Okay, back up top for Marner. His point shot blocked. Here goes Winnipeg the other way. Shifley over the blue line with Connor heading to the net. It goes there. He scores.
Kyle Connor gets it in again. Connor does it again. My goodness.
Mitch Marner fires it towards the net. It's blocked, and the Jets counter. with a 2-on-1 back the other way. Shifley with a perfect pass from the left wing circle onto the stick of Connor, and he just redirects us. And it's Shifley that blocks the Marner shot. Right
Rob,
at the
what's
blue
going
line.
on? Welcome in.
And the Leafs give up another goal off the rush. And a 2-0 deficit to the Winnipeg Jets.
Rob, that's okay. Whether we get half you or all of you, we're happy to have parties.
Trying to get 2 by Hellebuck has been a problem for every team in the NHL this year.
Leafs in
Hard
trouble
to believe,
now.
but only 3 times has he given up 4 goals or more in a game. 3 times all year. One was when the Leafs were in Winnipeg.
Got an icing call coming up here, and now we've got a fight in the neutral zone. Max Domi and Alex Iafallo have dropped the mitts. Domi with a good right. Picking up like his father Ty, and he slams Iafallo to the ground. Max Domi trying to get the Leafs some energy. Brings the crowd to their feet with a good fight there with Alex Iafallo.
Yeah, and this is one of those fights that has a purpose. That is, what you just said, David, to get the Leafs some kind of energy, get this crowd into it. As it was well behind the play, it actually started, and Max Domi might have been the instigator. Although
I just saw the replay of the Jets goal. Nice goal here.
Right
Connor, the recipient of a nice pass.
And the face-off dot as the play went down to the Leafs zone. They only made it as far as the blue line before the gloves came off.
Sportsmanlike conduct. Both guys 5 minutes each for fighting.
So they're going to give Max Domi the extra penalty, I believe, there. They called it unsportsmanlike conduct, not an instigator penalty.
Yeah, that's how the league hides the instigator penalty.
Okay.
It's unsportsmanlike,
on the
or it's
goal.
roughing, and I think
Marner took the shot. It was
Morgan
blocked.
Riley should have got an
Shifley brings
instigator
it
in
down,
Buffalo.
and a great
When he
pass
came
across
in,
to
Matthews
Connor,
got hit by Tage
who
Thompson.
put that one in.
Riley comes in, but that was a roughing penalty and a 2 5-minute each for fighting. So you can talk about wanting to get the instigator out. Well, they got rid of it. They just don't call it.
They just call it something else.
Call it something else.
Well,
I believe it's called rebranding. Rebranding the instigator, but the Leafs could be in big trouble if they don't get a kill here.
This Leafs penalty kill is brought to you by Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game. Lease a CRV from 2.99% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com. League's best power play. Winnipeg's already connected once this afternoon.
Matt,
back over the line.
going?
Here's Ehlers. Back to the blue line to Morrissey. Morrissey
That's
now
funny,
Shifley
Matt.
at the top of the near circle. Bit of catching there with Ehlers. The Leafs do a nice job to intercept that and send it the length of the ice. Hellebuck will leave it behind the goal for Josh Morrissey. Morrissey now drops it behind his back, and here's Kyle Connor with it. He'll leave it for Shifley. Over the blue line, he chips it into the near corner and behind the net. Team's battling for it. Ehlers is able to work it back towards the blue line. Morrissey for Ehlers. Ehlers tried to feed it down low for Shifley. Nice play by Myers, and Myers will clear for Toronto.
Domi absolutely destroyed on that
Minute
fight.
gone by on the Leafs penalty kill. Almost 3 minutes
Iafallo
gone by
was like
here in period 2.
A whole lot taller, a
Winnipeg
whole
up
lot
2-0.
bigger than Max, and Max
Over the
just
line,
took
here's
it to him.
Nemestikov. Nemestikov will rim it around the far boards. It's going to be played here by Nino Niederreiter. Niederreiter down low here for Cole Perfetti. He tries to get it to the line. Nice keep by Neil Pionk. And he's able to work it across here near side. Down low for Niederreiter. Across Perfetti. One-time blast. Oh, what a block by Camp. Now Marner racing up ice. Marner on a short-handed breakaway. Oh, and a great stick check there by Neil Pionk, and no penalty call.
Iafallo 6 feet tall.
And I think that's the right call. It's a non-call stick on stick. Although I'm sure Marner's upset because he called.
Well, Iafallo a couple of inches, but he looked more than a couple of inches taller there.
Over the glass, off his stick and out of place, so the Leafs aren't going to be down 5-on-3. But similar to what Marner did to draw a penalty in the opening period. The only difference is Marner got a little more up into the hands of Niederreiter.
Marner with a chance short-handed. Marner very good short-handed.
Marner didn't fall down.
Well, Mitch Marner seems to really
right,
thrive
buddy.
in these next generation
Gravity has
games.
Domi's
Obviously
side.
a big fan of all the little ones that are in attendance.
Well, you did bring up, there was a game, I believe it was 2019 against Carolina, and it was an afternoon game. Leafs chased the starting goaltender.
Yep.
Then gave up, I think, 4 or 5 straight, and then scored 3 or 4 in the third period to win it. I think that was about a 7-5 or 8-6 game.
Holmberg over the line with a long shot, easily stopped by Hellebuck, and you mentioned...
To me, that's not the next generation. That's the previous generation.
Right.
Scores like that. Unfortunately, I was a big part of that previous generation. We're 8-7 and 10-6 games.
Yeah, you had mentioned that might have been the worst timeout call in the history of the NHL when Rob Brind'Amour called that timeout.
I believe the Leafs had just tied at 5-5 in the third period. Brind'Amour called the timeout, and 5 seconds later,
right off the faceoff,
Mitch Marner scored to make it 6-5. You don't know what's said during a timeout sometimes, but you're going, I don't think it was that.
No, that wasn't the plan. Penalty kill is over for the Leafs. As Winnipeg chips it over the Toronto line, that's Morgan Barron chipping it in. Former St. Andrews College Saint is Morgan Barron. Same school that I attended. You able to parlay that into a D1 scholarship to Cornell. Now a regular NHLer, Morgan Barron is, so good to see him. Puck in the Winnipeg zone. It's rimmed up the boards, and Appleton has it for Winnipeg. His initial pass was blocked. Now he'll carry it over the Leaf blue line. Pressured there by a couple Leafs, then got a stick up towards the face area of Morgan Riley.
And I don't think they're calling this.
No.
I don't think you can call. I don't know if you can call this a follow-through.
The refs are getting together to talk about it.
I mean, the stick does come up. It looks like they're going to
call
a high sticking penalty here.
Winnipeg number 22, double minor, high stick.
Well, it's going to be a double minor. I mean, I still think if you're Scott Arniel and the Winnipeg Jets, you might be saying, wait a minute. This was a backhand trying to get it into the zone. And you know what? I think it's the follow-through in the pass.
Yeah.
They may.
He's trying to make a pass. He misses the puck, and it goes right into the face of Morgan Riley.
Mason Appleton.
Oops, I'm actually
the
surprised
Winnipeg
they
player.
called
It doesn't look like there's much pushback from the Winnipeg Jets bench.
No.
But it is allowed. If it's a follow-through on a pass or a shot.
We'll take it. Double minor gives Toronto 4 minutes on the power play.
It's not considered a high sticking penalty.
2 power play goals.
They continue to look at it. I would not be surprised to see this reversed. Now we're getting a look on the monitor up here in the booth of Scott Arniel behind the Jets bench.
And the officials.
Yeah, I have a feeling, boy, it's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
Yep.
In Buffalo, they got these kind of calls on Friday. No question, Morgan Riley's cut.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's a follow-through or he just missed it.
Winnipeg number 22, double minor.
Well, they're going to stick with the penalty, so the Leafs will head to the power play for 4 minutes here.
The one angle,
so my feed is
looked
just
like
getting
he missed the puck. So it's
high
not really a
stick now.
follow-through.
That's how delayed my video feed is here.
Well, Ralphie, you know the rules in and out, so
well,
I trust your opinion.
I know a lot of them. And they keep changing them.
So at full speed, it was hard to see.
So Leafs power play here, down by a pair. Trying to claw back into the hockey game. Tavares, Nyes, Nylander, Riley, and Marner, the 5 Leaf skaters.
Leafs just 5 for 25 in the last 12 games.
Yeah, so he missed the puck.
By Marner. Sends it down low
disagree
for Nylander.
with
Back up top for Marner.
Jim Ralph here.
Across to Morgan Riley. Now
he
Nylander
missed the puck.
To get it into the slot.
He hit Riley's stick, and it
Nylander
went right up and got him and cut open his lip. So
back up top.
this was
Marner
not a
with
shot
the
and a follow-through. No follow-through here at all.
Nylander to the blue line.
It wasn't an
Riley
intentional high stick, but he swiped at the stick.
Shooting, and he
swiped at the puck,
wide.
missed it, and caught Riley in the face.
Marner
so this is a good penalty.
Low. Nyes and Tavares trying to get to it. Now Marner pinching to help out. Both teams scrambling for this loose puck. Morgan Barron trying to take it away, but Marner stays with it. Marner in the near corner. Looking for a teammate. Saucers it up top, looking for Nylander, but that deflects out. And back into Toronto territory. Nylander will quickly bring it back up ice. Over the blue line. Nylander in the near corner. Tries to get it up top to Riley. It was up in the air. Morgan's able to move it across to Marner. Marner back up top for Riley. Now far circle for Nylander. Nylander across to Marner. Throwing it out front. They score!
Yes!
Johnny Toronto!
There we go. We get one back. Good old John Tavares.
Probably one of the
JT's going to put it in. Leafs got one back. Let's go. They still have a power play opportunity. We called it. We said 2 for 2. Let's
And
go.
Tavares, who had his first hat trick of the season in Winnipeg against Hellebuck and the Jets. All he has to do, Nylander will pick up the first assist. It went D to D.
Boy, is Tavares not having
Mitch
a
Marner
great
played
season
the
or
right
what?
point.
Outstanding.
I mean, this was a one-time pass.
16th goal of the year on the power play. Mitchie's going to pick up his 36th assist. Nylander's going to get the secondary, his 16th assist.
More importantly, the Leafs have the
But it's
second
a
part, the double
2-1
minor to
hockey
work with
game.
to try to tie this up.
Not many players in the NHL with vision like Mitch Marner. Every game he makes a play like that.
I've always said it's like playing the video games.
Yep.
That's the way he sees the ice. You see where everybody is. Sometimes you forget when you're down there how quickly things happen and how little time and space there actually is.
Teresa, what's
Mitch
going
Marner
on?
is
Welcome
one of those
in.
gifted players.
So now a minute 30 left on the power play. Tavares in the neutral zone with it. Drops it back for Marner. Marner now to Nylander. Leafs over the blue line. Nylander had it knocked away. Marner found it. Just missed Nyes with the pass. Nyes will go collect it. Leaves it for Nylander at the top of the far circle. Walking in. Bottom of the circle now. Looking for a teammate. He goes to the blue line. Riley will swing it across.
Merry
Marner
Christmas
sends it
and
to the
Happy
net.
Holidays.
That's deflected just wide.
By the way, that pass from Marner to Tavares, he
who
almost
will
fanned on it.
clear
It was
for
a weak
Winnipeg.
pass across.
I like the second unit, though. I know Marner and Nylander are still out. But a little more simplified.
Yep.
Get the puck to the point. And that's how Winnipeg scored their first power play goal. Point shot, rebound.
Nick Robertson over the blue line. He's been on a good little run here for Toronto as of late. Comes to the near corner. McMahon for Nylander. Nylander surveying. Now will curl around. Look for a teammate. And go back to the blue line. Ekman Larson back for Nylander. Nylander throwing it to the net. That's blocked in front there by Fleury. Nylander in the near corner. Looking for a teammate. Back up top for Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson will work it far side for Robertson, but couldn't really play it off the boards. Leafs keep it in for a moment. Now Kyle Connor will chip it out. Leafs penalty or power play about to expire. Just 5 seconds left on the double minor. Nylander lost it at the Winnipeg blue line, and then it's fired out of the zone by Connor. Scheifele will pick it up. Scheifele down low here for Appleton. Appleton will cycle it behind the Leaf goal. Mark Scheifele is there. Scheifele in the near corner up top. A one-time blast there by Heinola goes wide. And he got touched with a high stick, but the Leafs touch it next, so that's waved off. Appleton in the far corner. Back to the blue line. Jets will now fire it in behind the goal. Here's Velarde. Velarde taking it towards the slot area. Now back up top. A shot there by Miller is blocked in front. Leafs are tired here in their own zone. Winnipeg is pressuring. Scheifele out front. That's knocked away by Joseph Wall, and then Robertson will just flick it high in the air and out of the Leaf zone. Leafs trying to get a change. Winnipeg will fire it back into the Toronto zone. Joseph Wall will rim it around the boards. Nylander was there, but he's pressured by Perfetti and company. Now McMahon does a nice job to bunt it out into the neutral zone area. Holmberg was chasing after it. Winnipeg is there to recover it. Miller now up top for Perfetti. Perfetti will carry over the Leaf blue line. Stopping up at the near circle. Now he'll spin it in behind the goal. Almost 9 minutes gone by here in period 2. 2-1 Winnipeg.
Leafs got to get at
Perfetti
it.
behind the
Get
net.
going.
Play it up top for Morrissey. Morrissey across to DeMello. Throws it into the near corner. Perfetti's back onto it. Perfetti looking back door with the pass. That goes off a skate. And now the Leafs will pick it up and move it out into center ice area. Here's Holmberg over the blue line. Holmberg with Dewar going to the net. That tips wide. Now Holmberg tries to bring it right out front. That was knocked away, and then Morrissey.
Without his stick.
Without his stick, just swaps
Just
at the
not
length
skating.
of the ice.
You got to get skating. Get
Well,
the
at
feet
least
moving.
too bad they weren't able to take advantage of that. The stick snapped right beside his own goaltender, Hellebuck.
Hellebuck out of the goal to play it. It comes to the blue line. Timmins with a shot. That's kicked away by Hellebuck. Now Niederreiter will push it out into the center ice area. Now he'll get some help from Neil Pionk, who will dump it into Toronto territory. Whoa, to Joseph Wall out of the goal to play it. Almost missed a teammate with a pass, but the Leafs are able to clear. Winnipeg in their own zone. Fleury will move it up ice. It's deflected into the Toronto zone. It's played by Simon
Defensively,
Benoit to get it
Toronto's just
onto
swinging
David
sticks,
Camp's
right?
stick. Camp
not
over the
playing
blue
well
line.
defensively.
For Pacioretty in the slot with a shot, and that's easily gobbled up and held onto by Connor Hellebuck. Break in the action.
They really need to get their feet going. You know, looking at what's happening here defensively, they're sitting back and they're doing this, right? They're swinging, they're using their sticks to try and take up some space. And offensively, when they turn the puck over or they get the puck, they force a turnover. They're not really moving. The feet are like stuck to the ice. Very, very slow. And with this Winnipeg team, you can't afford to be slow because they're really going to get going. They're really going to move. And we've seen this from Toronto many, many, many times where they're slow off the gate. They're just slow going. You know, in this period, they've had 6 shots, which is good, and they've held Winnipeg to 2. But part of that is, you know, Winnipeg had a double minor, so Toronto was able to use a lot of clock. Yeah, Justin, Jets are really moving around them. It is true. That is how they play, but they gotta change that. They can't sit back. They have a lot of speed on this team. They gotta use it. Right? Winnipeg is getting to the puck first. Winnipeg is winning a lot of these little board battles. Yeah, Scott, you gotta get aggressive, and this is something we talked about a lot. Hey, Floyd, how's it going? Yeah, very early game time today. Constant pressure is good, but you have to get up. You know, in the game of hockey, you got to make the other players move, right? You got to force them to make a play. You can't watch them make a play. They're going to dance right around you. So you got to use that stick to get something happening. Just goes to show how important Tanev is, and I'm sorry to say Riley, core player that needs to go. You know, Blended, you make a very valid point and an interesting point. You know, Tanev is definitely blocking a lot of shots. Tanev does play aggressive. He's a little slow foot, though. Riley's interesting. You know, I like a lot that he does. He is making a lot of money. I'm kind of torn on Riley, right? I'm very torn. I like what he does, but sometimes kind of makes you scratch your head. Hopefully the Leafs can learn this pressure, speed from Winnipeg. You know, and Rich, from time to time, they've used it. We've seen it, especially in that streak when Matthews was out. They were being aggressive. They were getting up on puck carriers. They were moving their feet. That all went away. Hey, Roger, how's it going? Welcome in.
Second period.
Back
Puck
from
dumped
commercial
into the
break.
Toronto zone. Shots on goal 14-13 in
Scott,
favor of
that
the
is
Leafs.
a very good
Rolls
point.
to the blue line.
And
Morrissey
I
will keep
agree
it
with
in.
that.
Backhands
There's
it
a
behind
lack
the
of
Leaf goal line.
confidence
Morgan
there.
Riley is there.
And that is definitely
He falls
something
down
that's
as
coming
he's getting
into
pressured
play.
there by David Gustafson of Winnipeg. Puck comes
Stuart,
free.
what's up?
Iafallo will
Welcome
work
in.
it to the blue line. Morrissey dishes it back down low for Gustafson. Back up top, Morrissey with a shot deflected. Stopped by Wall. Oh, what a save by the left toe by Joseph Wall. The flexibility to get the left toe on that and keep that out. Winnipeg still pressuring though. Morrissey behind the goal. Brings it to the near corner. Now he'll cycle behind the net. Morgan Riley. Nice play to get it to Tavares, who fires it up ice for Nylander. Mark that save down by Wall to keep it a 1-goal game. Here's Tavares. Nice move, but he couldn't get a shot away.
JT.
Bobby McMahon on the forecheck picks it up. McMahon up top with a shot. That's deflected wide by Tavares. And DeMello's on it for Winnipeg. He'll play it to Gustafson.
Welcome in for those that have just joined us and coming in.
Zone.
Thanks for being here this afternoon.
Pick it up. Now he'll curl back into the Winnipeg zone. Ralphie, I was talking about Morgan Barron.
This is your first time watching along, listening along. Come in the chat and say hello.
You got any former high school friends?
We'd love to say hi back.
Only if they went to school on Thursday.
That would be awesome.
Other than that, I probably never met them.
Leafs in the neutral zone. Matthew Nyes will dump it in, and we get a whistle here. Maybe an offside or potential icing call here. Looked like he got the red line, so offside.
I think it's an offside. Bobby McMahon might have jumped the gun a little bit on the left wing side. I love stats like this when they come in during the course of the game. With the goal, John Tavares is the fifth
Kim.
player in NHL
Welcome
history
in. Welcome to the show.
score 200 goals with 2 different franchises.
There you go. Who are the
Thanks,
other
Scott.
4? Did we get that?
Scott, it's so weird when we're not in our home studio.
Okay. He played for
And we
Edmonton
kind of,
LA.
I don't have all my tools. I just have kind of the laptop.
So
Leafs and very, very different style of stream, but it's perfect for the holiday
Mark
season.
Messier and Keith Kachuk.
Love stats
All
like
done it.
that.
Yeah.
We get a break in the action. We're
Yeah,
listening
exactly.
to Molson Leaf Hockey
They
on
have to get
Sportsnet
stronger.
590.
They're going to take a little bit of a break and go to commercial, but they got to get stronger. As we've been talking about, got to get more aggressive. You know, I was kind of hoping with that Domi fight, maybe that would spur something. Maybe that would help get them going. And it did for a short period of time, but then it kind of faded away, kind of disappeared. Toronto's still out hitting them 15-6. And face-offs, Toronto is just barely ahead, 16-15 in the face-off department. Thank you, Kim. Same to you. Merry Christmas. Toronto's no support on either side of the puck, no support on the forecheck nor back check. I'm all for Trinity Riley, but the only where'd it go? The only one who has some value is good. Yeah, you know, the problem with Riley is that contract, right? I don't think other teams see Riley making the amount of money he's making. I think that's a problem. Back in the 80s, you could buy jet tickets for $7 at 7-Eleven. Roger, for real? That's awesome. Give me another quarter turn. We'll do the little hat turn, see if that gets them going. Scott, how funny was that? Back-to-back games with the little hat turn, and all of a sudden it worked. All right, we'll play along. We'll see if we can make it happen. By the way, little Samwell B12 hat. Merch available in our merch store. You can find all of our channel merch by going to our website, samwellb12experience.com, and clicking on the storefront, or on our main YouTube page. You can hit the shop link or the store link, and that will show you all the merch that's available, whether it's the Samwell B12 logo, if it's our Canadian Leaf logo. We've got all kinds of merch there. Hats, shirts, mugs. So thanks to everybody who's purchased merch so far. We appreciate it. If you do purchase something, once you receive it, if you send us a picture of you wearing the hat, the shirt, holding the mug, we'll post it on our social media. All right, back from commercial break. Let's go.
Zone, Joseph Wall rims it to Oliver Ekman.
Only
Larson.
if you want.
Play it across to McCabe. McCabe, long pass up ice. Matty Nyes has it in front of the Leaf bench, just at the blue line. Now he's able to chip it in deep. Onto it quickly, though, is Hayden Fleury for Winnipeg. Fleury with some good skating, able to bring it out into the neutral zone. His pass was knocked down by the Leafs, and now Tavares will dump it in as Toronto is making a full-sail change here. Fleury in his own net. Up to Kyle Connor, who's got 2 goals for Winnipeg. Across to Mark Scheifele. Scheifele trying to get it down low for Connor. Nice play by Toronto to get it out into the neutral zone. Josh Morrissey picks it up for Winnipeg. He'll flick it back in. Ekman Larson had his pocket picked by Scheifele, but then Max Domi.
Oh, lawless place. That's awesome.
Started the charge for the Leafs with a fight earlier in the second. Was able to get it out, but now Winnipeg will bring it back over Toronto's line. Scheifele throwing it out front. That missed Appleton and rolled into the corner. Nylander up the boards. Now Domi chips it ahead. Robertson all by himself over the Winnipeg blue line. Just rim it around the boards here near side for Myers. Myers chips it in deep. Winnipeg works it up the wall. Myers keeps it in again. It's in the slot area, but Morrissey is able to clean it up for Winnipeg and move it out into the neutral zone. Goes off the stick of Scheifele, so no icing. Winnipeg heads for a change now. Myers up the boards for Toronto. Pacioretty chips it out in the neutral zone. It's picked up by the Winnipeg captain, Adam Lowry. Thrown right back into Toronto's zone. Morgan Riley flicks it out, and this will be, no, it will not be icing. One linesman said it was, the other one did not.
Usually because they both have whistles, the one that thought it was would be the one that won.
Winnipeg with a pass up ice off the stick of Gustafsson into the Toronto zone. Wall out of the net, rims it around the boards to the blue line, but kept in by Winnipeg and Colin Miller. Rolls into the near corner. Timmins on it for Toronto. Gets it ahead to Pacioretty. Pacioretty will get the red line and fire it in. Behind the net, Miller for Winnipeg. Rims it around the boards. Gustafsson is there for the Jets. He'll play it ahead to Iafallo, and he'll tip it into the Toronto zone. Behind the net, Connor Timmins. Ahead here to Dewar. Dewar will flick it ahead for Holmberg. He'll chip it into the Winnipeg zone. Lorentz on the forecheck on Pionk. Mad scramble behind the Winnipeg net. Bodies flying everywhere. Lorentz now finds it and works it back to the blue line. Ekman Larson fires one towards the goal. That's tipped wide by Holmberg. Battle for it in the far corner now. Holmberg gets knocked down there by Pionk. No penalty call, and it's moved ahead here to Nemestikov, who missed a pretty good run there by Connor Dewar. And Winnipeg will now chip it into the Toronto zone. Toronto, nice hit by Ekman Larsson. He works it up the wall. Lorentz now. Long cross-ice pass for McCabe. He'll leave it for Nylander. Nylander at the top of the circle. Nylander across and looking for a shooting lane. Now Myers down low for Domi. Out front, Myers with a chance. And oh, Hellebuck stuck out the right blocker and made a great save on Myers.
Boy, that was one-on-one, too, from about 12 feet in front of the Winnipeg net. And Myers had just jumped in from the point. And I think a pass that was intended for the far post went off his skate and out to Myers, but he could not take advantage as Connor Hellebuck's reactionary save with the blocker keeps this a 2-1 Winnipeg lead.
Stoppage
Who
of play.
did Domi fight? He fought. I follow.
No.
Gloved a high shot. I
He won
think
that
we're going
fight.
to have a break here as well. So we'll step aside.
Ron,
with
what's going
4:50
on?
left to
Welcome
go
in. Good to see
period
ya.
number 2 still. Winnipeg 2, Toronto
Care,
1.
care.
You're
Hope
listening
you're
to
doing
Molson
really
Leaf
well.
Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Maple Leaf Radio Network.
This
All right, they're going to step away and take a break again. Yeah, Ben, I was thinking the same thing. I wonder if that was Myers. Myers going in and could not make that play. Oh, Zarin, we're on vacation, buddy. We're on vacation. See, I think it was. I have a feeling that was Myers who let that yell that the mics picked up. But he came through and had a good chance. But Hellebuck made the save. He's been awesome. He's been very, very good tonight or this afternoon, and he's been great all season for the Jets. If the Jets did not have Hellebuck, I think their season would be very, very different. Playing his hometown, just why was I not informed? Zara, that's funny. Thank you, Care. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, they're just showing the replay now. It was definitely Myers, or I shouldn't say the replay. It's our feed is finally catching up, and I'm pretty sure that was Myers letting that yell come out, but they just can't get it through. They just can't get it through. And it was a nice try right from the slot. He actually looked like he had him through the triangle between the pad and the arm, but it just caught the side of the body, side of the pant, and deflected past the post. So Myers with a great opportunity in close, but could not find a way through. We're winding down the second period. Leafs down by 1. Let's get back as they're getting back from commercial break. See if they can tie this up going into the second intermission.
And I thought you brought it up, the Max Domi fight. As much as a lot of people don't want to see that in the game.
Certainly brought
Zon, I
you
wish
could say
that
it
was
a
the
coincidence, but one that worked in the Leafs' favor, that's for sure.
After a Joseph Wall glove
That would be a
save,
strange
there's some
place
pushing
to
and
stream
shoving
from.
going on after the whistle.
Yeah, that was kind of out of nowhere, isn't it?
It's been a couple.
Now, one thing I've always remembered is it seemed games around the holidays got chippy. There was just something about
Guys aren't in the holiday spirit.
Lumberjack Appleton.
Yeah, always
He
seems
is
to
a
be
big
little
boy, too.
animosity
Winnipeg has a lot of
between
very
teams
large
around
players
the
on
holidays,
their
bench
team.
clearing brawls.
They are built for some serious success.
Leafs are making a change here. The face-off will come to the glove
Nope,
side.
not
Joseph
there
Wall.
either.
Some interesting outfits.
Haven't been
here
there
at
in a
Scotiabank
long
Arena
time.
this
We'd like to go
afternoon.
back there sometime.
People are into the holiday spirit.
Or just the
From an
spirits.
undisclosed location.
Face-off won by Toronto, moved out into the neutral zone. Holmberg tipped
Somewhere
it for
sunny.
Benmont, who will
I'll
chip
leave
it
it at
into
that.
the Winnipeg zone. Behind the net, Fleury rinsing around the boards. McMahon is there. He gets knocked down by Appleton. Pionk will move it ahead to Niederreiter. Nino Niederreiter across to Appleton. Appleton to Niederreiter, who throws it out front, looking for Lowry on the back door. Now Fleury from the blue line whistles that wide, and it rolls out into the neutral zone. Just about 4 minutes left to go here in the second period. Josh Morrissey over the Leafs blue line. He'll now cycle it behind the goal line. Appleton is there. He'll work it back to the blue line. Morrissey
Trying
across.
this
DeMello
too
throwing
far
it
from
towards
us.
the net. That missed Mark Scheifele. And now it's chipped ahead by Camp to Bobby McMahon. McMahon over the line. Chip it in behind
maybe
the
on
goal.
the late
Trying
night
to make a
streams.
change here. DeMello gets there first for Winnipeg. Gets it over here near side for Niederreiter. He's pressured there by John Tavares of Toronto. Nice play by Nyes to take it away. Throws it to the net. That hit a body out front. Marner over the bench now. He's able to take it away and moves it to the blue line. Ekman Larson shot stop. The rebound off the boards. How did Hellebuck stop that?
Coming close.
Tavares now to Nyes, who's planted himself in front of the net. Now he gets pushed behind the net. Another battle for a loose puck. Comes towards the near side. Niederreiter trying to clear. Kept in by Marner. Now McCabe with it. Good shift here by the Leafs. Tavares in the near corner. Nice move. Throws it out front. Goes to Marner up top. He swings it across to McCabe. Dropping it back now, Ekman Larson. McCabe in the corner,
Tristan,
right out front.
I got the window right here.
Now Appleton will pick it up and just gets enough of the clearing attempt to get out into the center ice area. Leafs counter quickly though. Marner, right circle with a shot. That one whistled over top of the blocker of Hellebuck and wide. Rolls all the way back into the Toronto zone.
Smart play by Marner. Hellebuck got caught a little bit deep in that. I don't think expecting Marner to try to launch it from that far out.
Leafs still pressuring. Here's Domi with a shot. That kind of handcuffed Hellebuck a bit, but he's able to now find the rebound and hold on for a whistle.
So Hellebuck, we talked about rebound control. Hellebuck's continuing to do a really good job of that. He's shutting it all down.
5 games, 4 goals, and 8 points in that stretch.
I assure you, it is
Mitch
not
Marner.
a green screen.
Point streak goes to 6 games, all assists, 8 of them during that stretch. And Willie Nylander, 7-game point streak, 6 goals, 5 assists. And as we saw in the last few games, when you had Robertson, Domi, and Bobby McMahon flick. I mean,
The depth of this green screen was unbelievable. It's so lifelike.
Here's Nylander off an offensive zone face-off. Takes it around the back of the net, moves it up top for Myers. Cross to Morgan Riley.
Blended, that is true.
Riley flicks one towards the slot area. It's knocked down by Winnipeg. Cleared to the line, but not out.
Tristan,
Myers
that
keeps it
new
in.
technology.
Looking for Domi here at the near corner. He's pressured by Ehlers and company. So now both teams scramble for it. It now rolls in behind the net. Picked up here by Colin Miller of the Jets. He'll swing it across to his D partner Neil Pionk, who will fire one up here near side for Ehlers. He will now dump it into the Toronto zone. Morgan Riley onto it quickly, but this pass is now taken away by Mark Scheifele. Scheifele cross-ice pass. Nice play by Robertson. He knocked that out of midair. The Leafs are able to get it out into the neutral zone. Winnipeg's right back onto it. Ehlers chips it to Scheifele. Scheifele trying to get it back to Ehlers. Now they're tied up behind the goal. Comes towards the blue line. A shot and stopped by Wall, and that was tipped out front by Kyle Connor.
Wall's keeping him in this game right now. He's made some big saves.
Holmberg will dump it in for the Leafs.
Some really big saves.
Behind the net here, Fleury. Nice job by Camp to knock into him. Now Holmberg picks it up for Toronto, and Fleury's down with an injury. No whistle yet. Fleury now back up onto his feet, but he is a wounded soldier right now. The Leafs throw it to the net. That's stopped there by Connor Hellebuck.
They got to wait till Winnipeg touches
Rod,
the puck.
thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in.
Holmberg
Welcome to the
throws it
channel.
towards the slot area. It's now touched by Winnipeg, and now they're finally going to blow a whistle here. As that's.
Now, I'm not sure what it was, but this appears to be hip or groin related for Fleury, as he's not putting any weight at all on his right skate and is being helped off.
And he's going to go right back to the dressing room for the Winnipeg Jets.
You hate to see that. Fleury
Take a look at it again.
Yeah,
become a very important piece to this Winnipeg defense.
Bumped into him, and maybe right there. Maybe a groin,
yeah. They kind of got caught up together.
If it is indeed a groin,
it didn't look like it was anything dirty or even anything significant. Just the way Fleury ended up twisted before hitting the ice. 53.6 seconds to go here. The Leafs still trailing by 1.
Face-off won by the Leafs, but then picked up by the Jets, and Morgan Barron will skate it out to center ice and dump it into the Toronto zone. Iafallo trying to get there for Winnipeg. Now helping out is Gustafsson, but Ekman Larson gloves it ahead. Marner gets it across to Nylander. Nylander will dump it in. Rolls around the boards. Now Iafallo's on it for the Jets, pressured by Marner. Tavares helps out, able to get it to Nylander. Nylander in the near corner. Now tied up against the wall by Gustafsson. Tavares trying to
4
get in there
shots
and help
already right
out.
now
Time
for
running out,
Toronto.
15 seconds. Leafs get it to the blue line. Timmins to the net, and that just missed a redirection by Toronto. Benoit keeps it in, but Winnipeg's able to gobble it up. Morgan Barron will skate it out to center and chip it in. Final 5 seconds ticking away here. Nice save by Wall. It's thrown out front again, but that will do it for period number 2.
There you go. Period number 2 is in the books. Let's go look at all the stats. All right, let's bring these ones up. It was a back and forth period. Toronto was able to get on the board. Shots just about even. We'll see if they make any last adjustments here. 18-18. 22 hits for Toronto, 8 for Winnipeg. Toronto now takes the lead, or extends the lead in the faceoffs, 20-16, which is about a 55% advantage for the Leafs. Each team now 1 for 2 on the power play. If we take a look, 5 giveaways for Toronto, 4 for Winnipeg. So I believe Toronto only had 4 in the first, so that means only 1 giveaway in the second. Winnipeg had a couple. 3-2 are the takeaways, and 12 blocked shots for Winnipeg, 5 for Toronto. So Winnipeg continues to block a lot of shots. Oh yeah, let's give the score a little reboot. Thank you, Justin. I didn't even notice that. So pretty good job there by Toronto to get back in this game. Your second period goal scorers, Kyle Connor, his second of the game, 21st overall, Scheifele picking up his assist, and John Tavares with goal number 16 on the year on the power play from Marner and Nylander, and that makes it a 2-1 hockey game. Now, overall, will this allow me to filter? Let's see. No, of course not. Why would it let me filter? Anyways, taking a look down the Leaf forwards again. Players of note, Mitch Marner, 13 and a half minutes on ice. He has 4 shots today. Matty Nice, he's only got 1 shot, also 11:37 of ice time. Pacioretty is under 10 minutes at 9:40. He's got a shot, a block, and 3 hits. Pacioretty coming over to Toronto, he has really become a little bit of a physical presence. He's getting a number of hits every single game. Bobby McMahon, 11-18, only 1 shot for him today. The third line has been pretty quiet. Nicky Robertson, 8:48, he's got 1 shot. John Tavares playing at 12:46. JT's picked up he has a power play goal. He's got that 1 shot and a hit. Tavares, 69% in the faceoff circle. David Kemp, who's taken top spot, is 55%. Max Domi's 100% in his faceoffs today. For the defensemen, if we take a look here, Ekman Larson is at 13:23. Myers, is at 13:24. Riley's at 13:54. McCabe is at 13:46. So Timmins and Benoit well off the pace. Timmins at 11:11 and Benoit at 10:37. And in previous games, we've seen Toronto defenders shooting a lot. Today, not so much. Ekman Larson, 1 shot. Myers a shot. Timmins a shot. No shots for Riley. No shots for McCabe. No shots for Benoit. So they're not using their defensemen how they have in the past. So that's why such a difference. If we take a look at the Winnipeg Jets and we break things down for them, Velarde's 11:46 on ice. He's got a shot. Adam Lowry's 11:18 with a shot. Appleton, 12:06. He's got 3 shots on net for the Jets. Scheifele, 13.5 with 2 shots. Kyle Connor, 11.5. He's got 4 shots on net. And then Perfidi is 8:40 shots. He's got a shot on net as well. The defenders for the Jets, DeMello at 15:02, Pionk at 15 minutes. So playing heavy minutes there. No shots for either of them. In fact, the only Jets defender who has a shot, and he has 2 of them, is Fleury. Fleury, who had left the game with an apparent groin injury, only playing 4:47. So he's kind of out. Morrissey leads the way at 17 minutes, 15 seconds. No shots. 2 blocks for him. The other defenders, Hanola at 729, so falling way off, and Miller at 841. So the Jets really given 4 guys the load, but with Fleury going down, 3 guys going to carry the load there. But Connor Hellebuck has been absolutely outstanding. That's not to take anything away from Joseph Wall. Joseph Wall, even though the goals he let in, not the greatest, but very, very difficult stops for him. But he's been playing well. He's made some big saves to keep them in here. Time for more than just Marner, Nylander, and Tavares to step up for the Leafs this regular season. The Leafs have lost depth scoring. So, David, it's kind of funny because, the third line, the last 3 games, the third line has been excellent. They've certainly disappeared here today, but they're a third line. You can't expect them to be scoring goals every single game. They played 3 unbelievable games. Yeah, time to get that fourth line back up and running. They were rolling really, really well early on the season. They've kind of disappeared. Nyes is going every shift. Nyes is one of those who's so impressive. Every single time he's on the ice, he finds a way to get in the right spots and get some hits, do some stuff. So it's just a matter of time. They're getting some chances, right? No doubt, Leafs are getting some chances, but they're running into the best goaltender in the National Hockey League, who's definitely closing the door. 18 shots through 2 periods. We'll take that from Toronto, right? Especially because their first period shooting has traditionally the last couple weeks not been good. Hey, not at home. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I've got the chip and dip. I'm ready. Dallas has got the snacks ready. She's set. Time for Domi to step up, not the step-by-step like the new kids on the block. Yeah, and Domi, he dropped the gloves today, right? Domi had that fight today. He's trying to find a spark, trying to get them going. But definitely not the same. And again, that third line, not the same as we've seen from them the last couple of games. Very, very big drop-off from what they've been doing. Morrissey is a living legend. Yeah. But he's been doing. Would you trade Riley, Yarn, and Cowan for Kreider and Keandre Miller? I would not trade Easton Cowan. I would not include him in any type of deal. What he's been doing with the London Knights is ridiculous. Banking, how's it going? Welcome in. That's right. At least it's close. What Cowan has been doing in the minors has been unbelievable. What he did last year in the preseason was incredible. This preseason was a little, I don't want to say disappointed, but he definitely didn't have the same type of performance as he did last year. But he's still growing. He's a young kid. I would not include him in any kind of deal. He needs to play on this club. He is a bright, bright young star in this organization's future. So I would definitely not trade him. I'll be honest with you. I would be very careful about trading for New York Rangers right now. I know they're going to have a fire sale. I know they're struggling. But if you look, some of the players are starting to get real vocal. And they're starting to have some comments leak out publicly. You don't necessarily want any of that. Now, for Chris Kreider, if the price is right, would I trade Riley? Would I involve Riley in a trade? If you're getting Keandre Miller back in a deal, I think I'm okay with that. I'm not a huge Keandre Miller fan. Some of the things he does, his antics drive me nuts. But listen, the guy can carry the puck, the guy can shoot the puck, and the guy can hit. Is he going to be your number 1 superstar defenseman? No. But would he be nice fitting into our defensive squad? Yeah, I think so. But Kreider, if the Rangers were to move a Chris Kreider, it's going to cost a lot. And I would not be willing to put Easton Cowan in a trade to move him, especially when the Rangers are going to be taking offers for a variety of teams, and there's going to be a lot of teams asking about him. So it's going to be one of those. It's going to be an interesting to watch and see. Of course, for Rangers fans out there, it's a concern because the Rangers continue to struggle, and it's frustrating. We've seen it here in Toronto, right? Sometimes when the wheels fall off, they fall off bad. If you don't course correct pretty quick, you run into trouble. Talking about those Rangers, they got smoked earlier today. 5-0. 5-0 to the New Jersey Devils. Hughes, Meyer, Hughes, Nosen, Mercer, your goal scorers. The Devils absolutely wiped the floor with the New York Rangers. So the Rangers continue to fall off the pace right now. If I pull this up here real quick, the Rangers have dropped down to 11th overall in the Eastern Conference. They are currently sitting with 33 points. They're a point behind the Flyers. They're 2 points behind the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are tied with the Islanders. They are 1 point ahead of the Blue Jackets, 2 points ahead of the Montreal Canadiens. So that just shows you the kind of the company. The Rangers, the Flyers, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Blue Jackets, the Canadiens, all close together there. And so if you're a Rangers fan, you are not happy at all with how that's all going. All right, let me scroll back. Taylor, how's it going? Welcome in. What did I miss? You missed a couple of goals. It's been a good game so far, but the Jets hanging on. All three teams ahead of us in the Pacific are playing way better. You know, it's a hot and cold game, and you got to get hot at the right time. One of the Scepter's players is at my door delivering Zoran. Number one, what's going on? Welcome in. I see the Oilers game this weekend. Hyman has 6 goals. Yeah, I saw. I didn't see the whole game. I saw bits and pieces of it. But first of all, you know, it was only a couple of, was it last Monday? We were doing that Oilers-Panther game when, you know, we were talking about what a warrior Zach Hyman was. Put 2 goals in that game, really heated him up, got him going. And he's been streaking ever since. And, of course, he's playing with that broken nose and everything in his face. I mean, he took that puck off the visor. And Zach Hyman has been going beast mode lately. Goals in 6 straight games. And we were talking about what a slow start he was having. He's kind of found it again. And he's really playing really well. Kings having a good season. Nice. Yeah, Justin, you know, the Kings are a team. I don't understand this team. You know, when they traded Quick, I thought they were kind of throwing in the towel. They were going to rebuild. Quick was such a favorite there. I thought that was going to turn things, you know, kind of put the dressing room in a bad state with Doughty with the broken ankle. I thought the Kings were done for, but they find a way to win. You know, Kopitar and Kempe really driving that team. And it's not just that they're winning games. They're playing really good hockey. And the Kings are one of those surprise teams to me this year. Nashville, you know, is one of those surprise teams that are going the other way. You thought they'd be much better than they are. The Kings, I didn't think they'd be as good, and they were playing really, really good hockey. I don't want to count the New York Rangers out of the Eastern Conference playoff race just yet, but it's not looking too good. Yeah, David, it's one of those because there's, you know, with the firepower they have, if they keep them all with Zibanejad and Kreider and Panarin and Trocheck, you know, they can turn it around. If they can start scoring goals. I mean, it is a talented team. Yes, they lost a few people from last year, but remember how good they were last year? So you can't count them out, but time is starting to tick away. Triton coming in with that freeze. Thank you, Triton. So let's see. Yeah, they're going to be in trouble. The Hymenator. Blended, he's so good. He's doing unbelievably well. Playing with a broken face. I love that name, the Hymenator. Seems Rangers are firing from the hip with trade. Yeah, banking. It's like every time I scroll through my Twitter, I'm waiting to see the next deal that's made. What's coming up? Oilers are on fire now. Yeah, just to remember, it was several weeks back when the Oilers, I think they were outside of a playoff spot. And all of a sudden, they start winning games. They start moving up those standings. And this is what they did last year, too. Remember, what was it? Last year, they went 21 straight with points to go from the bottom of the roster to the top. As a Caps fan, we're loving the Rangers' struggles. Yeah. And talk about Washington. Holy moly. Alex Ovechkin, broken leg. He's about set to come back. He's been just training, like getting in there. I mean, the Capitals, they're going to make a serious run this year. They're going to be one of those teams that are going to be hard to beat because they can score goals, they play defensively, and they'll wear you down with their physicality. So it's the Caps are going to be a tough team to play against for sure. Let's see here. 33 minutes until you're off. Dallas is counting down. Hope everyone else is getting set. If it's on Twitter, it must be true. That's right. I hope everybody's getting set to enjoy their holiday break. If you're not already started, if you had a half day today or you're finishing off the day, we're counting down with you. We hope you're going to have a great Christmas break. Let's see here. There's something crazy. I'm actually at home for once. Not at home is at home. The world is topsy-turvy when not at home is at home. Western Conference, the Dallas Stars have struggled over their past 10, dropping to third in the conference. Wildcard games in hand over the Flames. Yeah, and Dallas, the Stars are one of those teams as well, right? They just seem to keep winning. Even when they get streaky, they seem to be winning. I mean, they're just all over the place. For those that get it, there's a pre-competition game tonight at 7 o'clock. Canada versus Czechia. If you've been watching any of the pre-tournament warm-up matches, it's some great hockey. Easton Cowan has been lighting it up. So we'll see what he can continue to do once the tournament starts for real in just a couple of days. Stars later this month slide into a wild card spot at the expense of the Flames or Canucks. I'd love to see the Flames get in there and do it. I mean, it's funny because we watched the Flames earlier this season. We were doing a game and we were wondering, like, how is this team winning? Nobody was standing out. Everybody looked sluggish. They did not look good. And all of a sudden, Nazem Kadri puts in some highlight goals. The Calgary Flames find their winning way. I mean, they look like a totally different team. Happy for Jesper, sad for Mika. Yeah, Swedish Rob, Mika Zibanejad has been taking a lot of flack. Everybody's pointing fingers right now in that organization. And it makes you wonder. I don't think it's the coach, right? Because Laviolette came in last year. They were winning like crazy. They were doing a lot of good things. So I don't think it's the coach at all. Is it the general manager? Is there some issues there with the general manager? We just don't know. Crazy turnaround. Yeah, Flames beat the Panthers too. Just rub it in there, Justin. Just rub it in there. But they're good. They're good. Talking about the Florida Panthers, we're going to have more Panther action coming up in the very near future. There's going to be a lot of good things on the move. So for those that are here watching along, if this is your first broadcast with us, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe and join us down the road. Make sure to check your notifications as well. YouTube was just doing a big rollout, and I know a bunch of people's settings got turned off. So make sure your notifications are certainly enabled for us. All right, the clock has reached zeros. That means it is time for period number 3. We're going to switch over in just a minute. 20 minutes of ice time left to go. Can the Maple Leafs find the back of the net? Can they tie this one up? It is going to be a big one. Hellebuyck, one of the best tendies in the league, does not allow many goals. Wall has to shut the door. The Leafs defense has to be tight. They have to get their feet moving. They have to get skating. They have to use their body, which they've been doing. They have to get aggressive on the puck carriers. All the things the Leafs need to do here in period number 3. Let's switch over and get set. Puck drop is coming up. Floyd, what's going on? Welcome in. I don't know if I said hello earlier, but welcome in. Make sure your live button is checked. Make sure your live button is red so you're watching it up to speed, unless, of course, you scrub back and you're listening along. We are 8 likes away from our goal, so if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, smash that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. Let's play some hockey, shall we? Third period, getting going. Santa Claus is coming down. What's up, Santa? Ho, ho, and a merry ho to you.
Winnipeg 17-0-1 when leading after 40 minutes of play.
Ben.
Leafs 4-9-1 when trailing after 2.
Played down into the Winnipeg zone. It'll be played up on the wing, but it bounces over the stick of the Leaf, and out at center ice now comes Mason Appleton. Appleton dropping it back in a shot. Good blocker save made there by Wall. Appleton, a native of Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm betting a pretty big Packer fan as it comes back to the point. Pionk keeps it in. Appleton with a shot. Oh, what a good pad save that was. And then maybe another one right there by Wall as he got the left pad out there very quickly to make the save. Winnipeg starting quickly with a couple of good chances here. David Camp stick handles his way out of difficulty. A long lead pass at center is chipped in by McMahon, who now heads to the bench, and now a change of players coming. Shifley, body to the boards there by Tavares. Tavares got it freed up and in over the line. Stood up there was Nyes. Tavares after the loose puck in the near corner. Works out of traffic, and then a centering feed was cut off before it reached its intended receiver in Marner. Jets rattle it off the glass and down into Toronto territory. Bouncing puck Shifley couldn't handle. Nyes gets it out at center. Marner was tackled there by DeMello, but no call. And down into the corner it comes, and out at center. Both teams have scored a power play goal. Marner in over the line on the right wing side, and a pretty good wrist shot.
David,
just went over
not
top
only
of
have they
the
been scrambled, but someone peeled off the stickers and rearranged
unable
them.
to come up with it as it rolls out at center ice, and then a touch pass by Myers went astray. Leafs trying to get back, but the numbers are with Winnipeg, and then Myers intercepted a pass and was able to get it out at center. Played right back in again by Heinola. Jets down into the far corner with Domi getting it around back of the net. Max looked a lot like Dad in that tussle, didn't he? Got a couple of good uppercuts in.
We were saying to David, too, it also put a little bit of life into this building, and the Leafs ended up scoring after.
Robertson with a long shot that went over top of the net. And it'll be pushed out at center. Ty used to get you in the spin cycle.
It's all coming down.
Right? He was not a big man, but he was tremendous balance.
There's our website, by the way.
Make
sure to check it out. You can link to all of our social media pages from the website.
Twirling you around and then delivering.
Well, and pulling you forward.
And then delivering that left hand with a lot of authority. Leafs get it into the Winnipeg zone. Benoit around back of the goal and playing it off the boards to the point. Kept in by Connor Timmins as it went well wide of the net. Puck along the near boards. Kept in by Toronto, and then it bounces over the blue line and comes out at center ice as Pontus Holmberg couldn't maintain possession. Colin Miller, Sault Ste. Marie native, getting it ahead, and it's backhanded by Velarde down into the Toronto zone. Winnipeg 2, the Leafs 1, third period, 16:40 to go in the frame. Jets get it in over the line. Velarde centers, and they score! Shifley on a beautiful pass by...
Well, that one hurts. Claire, what's going on? Welcome
Bobby
in.
McMahon
That one
was
hurts.
right with Shifley until the end. And then two quick strides by Shifley. Got him to the front of the net all alone. And Shifley makes no mistake. I mean, it's a nothing play. The Leafs have numbers. It's actually a 1-on-3 when it's thrown to the front of the net. But you'll see Bobby McMahon had just pulled up. And Shifley goes to the net and redirects it past Joseph Wall. And that's very similar to the second goal that the Jets scored. Just throw it across the crease. Backdoor tap in. And the big boys for the Jets have come through here.
Fired down into Winnipeg territory. It'll go around to the side of the goal and played ahead into neutral ice across the line. A good hit there by Myers.
Yeah, the Kings are the Caps are next level.
The Leafs would like to have a few of the folks that are on the injured reserve list to participate
Amber,
here
how's
tonight.
it going? Yes, Stellaris, we miss him big
and
time.
a rebound was chipped over top of the goal by Niederreiter. Puck comes out and just out of the reach of Marner, and it'll come to center ice. Austin Matthews not in the lineup. Chris Tanev not in the lineup tonight. Ryan Reed's a healthy scratch. Played to the line but not out. Nemestikov dropping it off on the left wing side. Connor works into the corner. Connor goes around back of the goal, banking it back to the blue line. Trapped there by Pionk. Pionk on the wing now for Perfetti, and he couldn't get a shot away, and it's down into the center ice area.
Thank you for all the hearts, by the way.
Will play it right
the hearts
back
and the
down
parties.
into Toronto
Love
territory.
it. Love seeing it.
Wall to chip it
Robert,
along the
how's it
boards.
going? Thank you. Happy
Crowd
holidays
getting
to
into
you.
it here as they try to get the Leafs back into the game. Down a pair. Lead pass at center for Robertson. Robertson works to the line.
Come on,
handled
Mickey.
the puck, then dropped it off. Left wing side for Connor Dewar. Weak shot, though, was well wide of the goal. Cleared off the boards, but not out of the Jet zone. It hit a stanchion there and stayed in momentarily. Now the Leafs get it in over the line with Lorenz getting it in back of the net.
Luna, OT
Dewar
would be
couldn't
nice.
come up
If we
with
can
it.
tie this up
Pushed
and
back at
force
center
OT,
ice by Winnipeg.
that would be huge.
Leafs have to wait for teammates to get onside.
I believe they said
Brought
earlier
in by
Hellebuyck has
Lorenz.
not given up
This
4
shot went
goals
wide.
this season,
Far
so that
side
would
for
be
Ekman
nice.
Larson to backhand again, back of the net. Dewar gets it freed up. Lorenz after it. Holmberg
Bruce
as well.
Ball and Marion.
Into the left
Hello
wing
there.
corner.
Good to see y'all.
Pinching down the Leafs.
Hope you're
McCabe
doing
trying
well.
to get it freed up and does. Dewar's around back of the goal.
Welcome
now trying
in.
to come out. Couldn't get a shot.
By the way,
It's
if you are
centered
just
into the
joining us,
slot
hit that
area. The
thumbs
Leafs
up for
spinning
us.
with it now with Pontus Holmberg sending it to the net. And that went off about 4 pairs of skates
So
and
close.
just deflected wide of the goal.
The Leafs need some help, sometimes from the hockey gods in any kind of
They really
comeback,
do.
but down 2 to the Winnipeg Jets in
Right,
the third
Justin.
period
Get a
is
body
not
in
an
front of the
enviable
net.
position.
Man
You don't have to
gets
run
the
him
pass
over.
off, and the wrist shot
Get the
taken
screens
by
going.
Pacioretty ends up going off a stick and into the screen.
Feeling froggy? What's going on, my
13:47
friend?
to play here in the third period. The Jets with a 3-1 lead. You're listening to
Thank you
Molson
so
Leaf
much.
Hockey on Sportsnet 590
$5
The Fan
super
and
sticker.
the Maple Leafs Radio Network.
The pair coming in there, Bruce Valmarian. Thank you all so much. Happy holidays to you all. The $5 super pair. That pair right now is laughing at the Maple Leafs defense because they are struggling. And good to see you as well, Feeling Froggy. Good to see you as well. Now, I know we talked about it in the past, but we're almost here. So a lot of you have told us what your favorite holiday movies are in the past. Has there been any change? Have you found a new holiday movie that you watched for the first time this year that you absolutely loved, that you would highly recommend? Let us know. All right, Duke, take care. I sent you a slightly early Christmas gift a while back. I will take a look, Duke. I will go in and take a look at the DMs. Thank you, my friend. Let us know, what are your holiday movies? For us, we just watched Red One. We watched Red One just the other day. New Christmas movie with The Rock and Chris Evans. It got panned in the reviews, but I didn't think it was horrible. I mean, it wasn't great. It was fun to watch. But that was a new movie we just watched. Thomas, what's going on? Gremlins. Oh, Gremlins is a classic. And, you know, Gremlins, like Die Hard, arguably a Christmas movie. Arguably a Christmas movie. But Gremlins is a great one. I watched that 3 times. It kept falling. Froggy, it's funny. I fell asleep too. I mean, I was tired. But it was a fun movie. Please don't say it's Red One. Jonathan, it's not my favorite by any means, but it was a fun movie to watch. I still want to see Dear Santa with Jack Black. Have to watch that as well. Justin, your Christmas Vacation is the classic. Four Christmases is one of my favorites. I love that one. Yeah, I didn't mind it, Jonathan. I didn't mind it.
Pacioretty, but unable to jam it home on the short side as it shot back down into the Toronto end.
Rich,
bouncing puck
which
out
one
at
of
center.
these is
Back
not
to
like
head.
the others?
In over the line. Now where's Nylander working to the net? A shot. And a blocker save made there by Hellebuyck.
Did he make that look easy?
Didn't he ever? Just a nice little flick and it was gone, right? Willie sauced the room there.
32nd Street, yeah. Edward Scissorhands.
Played out at center ice and
I
the
haven't
Leafs
watched
have
that
it
in a
again.
long time.
Pacioretty sends
Yeah,
it
Rich,
into the
it's
zone.
great. So funny.
Nylander sifting down there, but the Jets have time and space. And DeMello gets to center and shoots it into the Toronto end. Timmins freeing it up on the far side for Nyes. He'll backhand high to center, but it's too far. And Iafallo will play it back into the center ice area. Now the Leafs get a turnover, but can't press the attack. Played off the boards and down into Toronto territory.
Zoran. You know, I've never seen
they
the
go back
entire
now to
movie of
recover
Fifth
the
Element.
puck and
I've only
start
seen
out with
bits
it.
and pieces.
On the left wing for Tavares. Tavares into the
Froggy.
corner for Nye.
Classic.
Centering pass. Just narrowly missing Marner. And then another shot. Missed Marner again as he was looking for a redirect right on the goal crease.
We'd love to see Marner get something.
Hitting
He's
it to the
close.
boards is Pionk. And the puck is dug out by Nyes. Nyes reverses his field, got it into the corner for Marner. Back to the point, kept alive. Marner gets a return pass from Ekman-Larsson. Now to Tavares. Tavares stick handling with it in traffic, sends it towards the net, but it's knocked down easily in front by Pionk, and the Jets have it in their own zone. 24-10-1. The Jets with 49 points coming into the game, 5 more than the Maple Leafs.
Sleep. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that.
Through center for Domi. Into the zone, he roars into the left wing corner, now back of the net, tried to center, hit a skate, got it again. Back to the blue line, wrist shot coming, but it's off the mark wide. Tip back now for McMahon. His pass into the corner didn't work. In goes McCabe to try and free it up, and now the foot race is on with one man back. Riley, the lone defender on the left wing side. The pass in front. Riley makes a great skate save to keep the puck from going in front, and the Leafs are countering.
Let's go, guys.
Right wing side and over the line, Robertson, and as he tried to play it back, it came out over the line. Riley will pump it right back down into the zone. Now an errant pass. Gobbled up there by Benoit of the Leafs to get it into Winnipeg territory. Jets play it off. Did it go off the stick or off the glass? No. Into the stands it goes. And the Leafs are going to get a power play here on the delay of game to get an opportunity to get back into the game.
Dylan DeBello as the Winnipeg defenseman just trying to play it up the right wing boards. Got a little too much air
This is
under
a must-score situation.
And the Leafs were able to take advantage of a 4-minute Winnipeg penalty in the second period. Great opportunity here to get close once again. Boy, Willie Nylander had his arm up before that puck cleared the glass.
They're very good officials.
Oh, God. That's one thing about those penalties. Delay a game, shot over the glass.
18 guys.
With their arms in the air. Only 4 of them are refs.
So here we go. Rattled around the boards. Blocked. But a break here now with Lowry. Trying to work in over the line. It's a 2-on-1. The centering pass. Oh, and another big save made by Wall. Iafallo was into the rush with him. And I think Wall just did get a piece of that.
Yes, Trey, we will have one coming up very, very soon.
Well,
no, he didn't. Off the crossbar. Off the crossbar enough.
That was almost 3 identical goals for the Winnipeg Jets. And it was rung around the boards. Mitch Marner went to the far boards, got down on one knee to try to block it, but it ricocheted off him to the middle of the ice. And you can tell by Marner's position, he was prone and not able to get back. Morgan Riley.
You know what, David? I'd love to see
up
one of those two.
But fortunately
love
for the
to see
Leafs,
Arter get a
Crossbar
chance.
kept it out.
Nylander in over the line to Marner.
level.
He works to the right wing side, top of the circle, and now into the corner. Plays it back to Morgan Riley. Riley walks the line, looks for an outlet, gives to Marner. Marner to the near side to Nylander, and a shot off the skate of Pionk and went wide. Riley will trap at the near boards and keep it alive to Nylander. Into the slot area, Marner had to knock down a bouncing puck. Goes to the corner, plays it back to Tavares. Near side, a one-timer! Went off of Nyes and went just wide as Nylander let it go. Willie gets it again on the near side. Holds at the top of the circle. Still with it. Down low, back of the net, Marner centering pass. No one there. All the way down the ice, and Wall hoping to catch the Jets. Gets it back in over the line for Nylander. Dropping it back now for Marner. Marner holds into the corner for Willie. Nylander swinging back behind the net. Nylander still with it. Banks it back to the blue line. Ekman-Larsson is there now. To Nylander. Loses the puck, and it's grabbed off by Heinola and sent out and down the ice. 25 seconds to go in the power play.
Best chance was the one-timer by Nylander from the left wing circle. I don't know if Hellebuck got a piece of it first, but then off Matthew Nyes and just wide.
Centering pass there by
Von Rock,
Pacioretty
how's it
went
going?
wide.
Yeah, very early
Kept in
game
by
today.
Domi to the far half boards. Back to the point it comes. Walked in on the wing now for the Leafs, and a shot hits the side of the goal. Back of the net goes McMahon. McMahon looking back now for Timmins. Timmins to the far side for Domi. The penalty is over. A shot stopped by Hellebuck and cleared into the corner. Jets trying to get it out, and they have. Icing waved off by the linesman. And with 8:45 to go, time becoming a bit of an issue, especially the way Connor Hellebuck has played not only today, but all season. Wrist shot high over top of the Winnipeg goal.
Is a beast.
Round back of the net. It's played up on the left wing boards and out at center ice. Benoit got it ahead and brought in on the left wing and trying to squeeze by
Scott,
there was Jake McCabe
something they
without
need to do.
success. Jets play it into the slot, cut off there by Pontus Holmberg, but then they can't keep it in, and Benoit's got to hustle back. There's a man loose in front of the net, and it's Scheifele! Stopped by Wall! There's a rebound! Where is it? They're jamming away at it. They say it's in the net.
Oh, come on.
Now we've got a scrum going on. The referee has pointed that it's a goal.
Terrible.
Yeah, Winnipeg's got a 4-1
I gotta wait to
lead
see the
here. The
replay
Leafs
here
get
before I
caught
play this.
again on an odd man
Come
rush.
on. Sounded like Wall had it, and they
Time
kept
it was
digging
Jake
at him.
McCabe that got caught up ice, leading to the 2-on-1. It
Hey, what are you
looked
doing?
like
Don't change.
Joseph Wall was going to be able to keep the puck out, and the Leafs
just
still
delayed.
into it. Oh boy, this is late. I mean, is there any kind of whistle being blown here? It looked like it was under
Give us
Joseph
that
Wall
intent
long
to
enough.
blow the
No,
whistle.
It wasn't.
How many
Yes, it
times have
was.
we had
Yes,
goals
it was.
called back
It
because it was
was
intended to
below
blow
his
the
skates,
whistle?
and then the Leafs put it back into his pads. You'll see it's on the
Got it.
goalpost.
Yeah, but he had it wedged in between his pad and his skate. Oh, that's a tough call. They're going to argue about this, but I don't know if there's no whistle blown. How do you disallow the goal, right?
But I mean, you
Tough. I
can't
love that.
give up. What,
Intent to
5
score.
of these to Winnipeg in a game to their best players and not expect
So our
you
video
to
feed is
come back
very
and bite you.
delayed
Maybe it's
compared to where we
there's
are.
an
So I'm
excuse
just waiting
for it with 8 minutes
for it to
to go.
get up
You're
here so I
down
can see
2.
exactly what
But
happened.
to get caught up ice again,
I think
the
here's
number
the
of
moment the
opportunities Joe
2-on-1
Leafs
breaks
have given
out.
up off the rush has been, to me, disturbing the last while.
Yes, this is ridiculous.
That's
Should
a
be
goal.
no goal.
Yep.
Right?
Well, it is now.
Unbelievable. So it is a
It
good
was
goal.
along the goal line. It
The
was
ref should have
pushed
blown this
back
one dead as he
underneath
had it wedged in there.
Wall's pad.
Terrible,
whistle
terrible
came.
officiating.
So if there's no whistle,
Wow.
there's no way that you can really ask
They
for
can't call the intent to blow the whistle
Review.
because they didn't blow the whistle.
And it's 4-1 Winnipeg.
So it's a good goal, but this is
Period.
atrocious. That is a ridiculous call.
Morgan Riley.
WBH, welcome
putting it
in. Merry
back of the
Christmas
net.
and happy holidays.
Myers.
If you're
will
looking
go
at
back to
taking
his
a trip
defenseman,
following
and
the
the Leafs
Christmas
are getting a
holidays, if you're
change
looking
going.
to get away, make sure to reach out to our travel agent extraordinaire.
Scott
These
Arniel has done a
destinations,
wonderful
they're
job
on Instagram.
taking over
These
for Rick
underscore
Bowness.
destinations underscore. You got to have that both
And the
underscores
Jets
before and
are
after.
the
These underscore destinations underscore. Check her
Bailey
out.
Wick of
And
the
reach out if you want to book a trip.
Western
She'll help you
Conference
with a
for
cruise
sure.
and all
I mean, they
inclusive.
have
Want to hit up Disney
got off to
Universal?
the incredible
She'll get you
start,
set.
maintained it. They've had some injuries, but they're getting through them.
Well, even you mentioned, you get off to a 14-0 start. And you figure if you're 500 the rest of the year, you're 14 games above 500. It's
Yep.
not a bad year.
That was a bad call.
Like
The ref should have
second
blown that
year,
one down.
Pat
He had it
Burns.
tucked
The
in
Leafs
there.
got off to a 10-0 start.
And the
set a
officials,
record,
And then we're
that's
500
why
the
we've
rest of
seen
the
so
way.
many bad calls.
and got blown off.
You know, the
front
NHL
page.
always trying to figure out ways to
Because
protect
some
the
guy named
goalies.
Joe Carter
Here's an easy
decided to
one.
hit a home
Blow
run.
the whistle when they have the puck covered.
I'd say that was probably
Yeah.
well
Now,
deserved.
unless the
Well,
ref
I
standing
didn't say
behind
it
the
was
net
well
saw the
deserved.
puck was loose,
We got a
we
break in
didn't
the
see it
action
from this
here.
angle.
The Leafs trail 4-1. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey.
Thank you, Rich.
On
You as
Sportsnet
well. Hope you have a
590, the
great
Fan and the
holiday
Maple Leafs
season.
Radio Network.
With a
They're going to
turbocharged
take a
engine,
commercial break here. But boy, oh boy, that's a frustrating one. As the Leafs were getting some chances, they were coming close. And a bad call here is going to put the Jets ahead 4-1 which has been a pretty even game, right? It's been pretty even. Yeah, Bad Santa. Bad Santa's a good one. This one is going to be Shifley. He's going to get his 20th of the season from Morrissey. Leafs ahead 23 faceoffs, 19 for the Jets. 27 hits for Toronto, 14 for the Jets. Jets have blocked 22 shots, which is impressive. Shots 25-23, so over and over. I mean, it's a pretty close game, statistically speaking. But the Jets have scored more goals, so they're ahead. And that one was just bad. That wasn't icing. He got to the puck. Yeah, it shouldn't have been icing. I agree. Shouldn't be an icing call. Knives ahead of the game there. There's just so many weird things going on in this hockey game. But the Jets are playing a good one. And the fact when you have a goaltender like Connor Hellebuyck who's playing as good as he is, when you get down 2-3 goals, it's very tough to come back. Now, giving up 4 goals means you got to score 3 to tie with 6 minutes to go. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. They got to figure out a way. Just get one, right? Just get one in here. But Toronto mixing up their lineup. Jets been playing solid. Both teams, 6 wins in their last 10. Jets looking to add another win to their list. Toronto, if they get the loss here, they're going to stay behind Florida for that top spot in the Atlantic. Refs are being grinches. I see the green coming through the necks of their ref shirt.
You know what? It's a cutthroat business.
Got just over 6 minutes to go in this game. Jets have just been playing a complete game. They played a very, very good hockey game.
Things he was saying about you.
Really good hockey game.
I'm still paying the bills at Laurentian at the sports administration program, so he'd better watch himself. Long shot off the pad of Wall, goes wide of the net. Shifley back of the net. The Leafs take it away and get it up on the wing, and out at center they come. Nylander across the line, dropping into the slot. Tavares scores!
JT does it again.
Second goal.
John Tavares, second of the game.
Second of the contest, 5th this year.
Maybe you want to share the love, JT. Maybe some other Leafs can step up and put this one in. But Tavares answers.
It looked like Wall
boy, oh boy, JT is just scoring and scoring in bunches. He picks up his 17th of the year.
But that mountain,
Jake McCabe going to get the assist.
For the next 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
What a season he's had.
Tavares has been outstanding.
Hasn't he?
Now, a big part of this, and it's not to take anything away from him, is starting the season with Mitch Marner. And then Marner
Let's go for the
Tavares
trick. That's right, Ambrose. Can we see a Johnny trick?
Matthews. But he seems rejuvenated.
He really does.
That's some energy.
Played out at center ice. Leafs with it at their blue line. A bank pass off the stick of McMahon into the zone. Centering pass then sent up on the wing, and out come the Jets on the left side. Going to be poked in, and Myers stepped into one of the Jets on the far side as he took Niederreiter almost into the Leaf bench. McCabe and Nylander drawing the assist. Leafs back in with Marner closing, and the shot caroms off the stick of Morrissey and finds the screen after Marner had made a nice little move inside to change the angle, but couldn't get the puck away quick enough without Morrissey getting in the way. So with 5:24 to go, the Leafs need a couple. You're listening.
John Tavares getting it done. They're going to take another commercial break. Tavares coming in, takes a nice feed, walks right up the middle. Right up just inside the blue line to just past the top of the faceoff circle, right up the slot. He just walks right up, and a nice shot up and over. And what I'm noticing, a lot of the goals we're seeing lately are all stick side, blocker side. Goalies are so good these days with their gloves. A lot of goals are going in stick side just over the blocker. So a nice job, John Tavares, second of the game, 17th of the season. I mean, my gosh. This is somebody, too, that's negotiating an extension. So Tavares, we're hoping we sign him 3 or 4 years at maybe 6.5. Well, if John Tavares continues to keep scoring, it's going to make a very interesting case to see will he be okay to re-sign for a couple of years at 6.5, or is he going to want 7, 8? Where is John Tavares' number is going to be? He obviously wants to remain a Maple Leaf, finish his career here. We need him to take a friendly deal. What's it going to be? Justin says 201 goals as a Leaf. Wow. Man, it feels like he should have so much more. But that's a lot. It's a lot of goals for the couple of years he's been here with the club. So great job and huge congratulations, John Tavares. He has been awesome. Absolutely awesome. Love some JT. We were all over JT last year. Everyone was giving him a hard time. He still ended up 29 goals. This year, I mean, at this rate, he's going to end up with 40 goals. He's playing great. All right, they're just returning from commercial break. Leafs down by 2. Do they have 2 more in them?
2 to the Winnipeg Jets.
That's right,
Jets
John.
win the face-off.
MVP.
And it's pushed out at center by Niederreiter. Leafs have it at their own zone. Hammered off the boards down the ice. Won't be enough for icing. Nylander kind of thought it was going to go for icing and really didn't pressure. And now the Jets get it out at center and play it in to the Toronto end. Timmins quickly around the boards for Marner. Marner starting out, looked for Nylander, but it went off a stick and deep into the zone it goes. Tavares into the forecheck.
They should have.
Puck comes up on the wing, and Appleton will backhand to the Toronto blue line.
Nathan, what's going on? Jets are steamrolling
at home all season, so we're in danger of doing that.
Played to center ice. McCabe got it in over the line. Linesman says it's offside, though. And down to 4 minutes and 35 seconds, and we'll keep an eye on Joseph Wall.
4:35, Leafs need 2. It's not impossible, really, but it's improbable the way Hellebuck has been playing. But there's a chance the Leafs can find a way.
Two of them were shorthanded.
2 of them in Pittsburgh were shorthanded, yeah.
Jets win the face-off. Colin Miller got it into neutral ice. Puck retrieved by the Maple Leafs. And now played ahead and deflected in by Robertson. Down the left wing boards comes David Camp. Camp into the corner with Pacioretty. Pacioretty dug it free, works around back of the net. Forced wide by Scheifele. Pacioretty over there getting it freed up again. Tried to poke it back of the goal. Robertson now trying to center, but it's intercepted. Cleared to the line, but not out. Kept alive by Pacioretty. Closing and doesn't shoot it. Had it knocked off his stick as it goes around to Robertson. Robertson back of the goal, still with it. Saucered it off to the defensive shot. Looking for a redirection in front of the net, and it went just wide. Ekman-Larsson in the near corner.
Go, Thrash. Let's go.
Cross check from behind, and both officials are standing there with their whistles in the pockets.
Come on,
and
referees.
Ekman-Larsson decides to take matters into his own hands.
Somebody needs to remind them cross-checking is not legal.
Leafs keep the puck in, though. Set to an open corner. Pionk taken to the boards. Couple of Leafs in there. Centering pass came out in front, but there was a Winnipeg Jet there, and as Connor just flipping it into the Toronto zone as he gets to center. 3:14 to go, and Wall most certainly will be heading out here if the Leafs get it up into the neutral zone. But an errant pass kept alive by Winnipeg on the far boards, sent in around back of the net. That comes free, and now with skating room to his liking, Max Domi gets to center. Rink-wide pass brought in by Myers. Linesman says someone was in ahead of that. And it's
all right, Leaf fans, these boys need your help. Let's see it. Drop the Go Leafs goes in the chat. Jets fans, if you want to counter with the Go Jets go, you can. But come on, Leaf fans, let's flood it. We need this. Get those Go Leafs goes coming in. Let's get it out there in the atmosphere.
24-23, the shots favoring Winnipeg.
They
really haven't had either team with long stretches of offensive zone time. 3 of the Winnipeg Jet goals have come off the rush. Each team scored a power play goal.
Lorenz
Yeah, come on.
with Dewar.
That should have been, it could have been a cross check. It could have been
Pontus
boarding.
Holmberg out there for Toronto now. And that's not exactly the group you think is going to score a goal to make things close.
Maybe that's why Wall is still in the net.
And it is shot down wide.
Now Wall is pulled.
Icing, and that's enough rest.
Yeah, now the big boys back over the boards. Leafs still have their timeout as well.
Hey, Gordon, what's going on?
Wall heading for the bench.
There it is. The Go Leafs goes are coming in. Keep the Go Leafs goes coming. And if you're just joining us for the finale here, for the last few minutes, you're just coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. Hit that like. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and make sure you have your notifications set.
And the draw
So when we go live last minute, you'll get notified.
Toronto on
You
the
can
far
join
boards
us.
and into the corner. Tavares couldn't come up with it. Morrissey gets it around into the near corner. Leafs trying to get there with numbers. Get it back to the blue line. Marner trying to keep it in. Does. The puck still free. Good play by McMahon to maintain possession as he plays to the far corner for Nyes. Nyes plays it around back of the net. Jets trying to free it up, and it comes back to the blue line, and Riley can get it stretched out a little bit. Marner off the boards from Nylander. Around back of the net it goes. Tavares far half boards. He has both of the Leaf goals. Back to the point to Marner. Down into the corner it goes. Looking for a man in front. A centering pass. That was blocked. The rebound. Tavares coming out in front. Rolled it to the side of the goal. It stopped. Nylander holds and back to the blue line. Kept in by the skate of Marner. Near side Nylander shooting. Blockered into the corner nicely with the stick there by Hellebuck. Puck still free in the near corner. Around on the far side. Tavares will free it up for Riley. Back to Tavares, but he gave the puck away, and an empty net try is deflected by Marner down into the corner. 1:18 though left in the third period. Tavares up ahead for Matthew Nyes. Pass onto the wing, didn't make contact with Riley. And the Jets get it back out into the center ice area. Scheifele trying to send it to an empty net, but it was backhanded wide of the goal. Less than a minute to go on the third. Long lead pass brought in by Nyes. Nyes holds it up. The Leafs need to get shots to the net, and they don't get it there as it comes to center. They'll try again off Nyes. Grabbed off again and sent out at center ice. Turnover again, but played back into the Toronto zone, and a lead pass gets to center and across the line for Tavares. Tried to load up a shot, but had it knocked off his stick before he could deliver it. And with less than a half minute to go in the third period, the Jets get it to Scheifele. Scheifele looking for the empty net, still with it, and fires it into the goal.
There it is. That's going to do it. The Jets put it in the empty
The
net.
hat-trick goal for the assistant captain from Kitchener.
And remember, it was 6
Well, we
games
saw a hat
ago
trick, but
between
it's not
these
for
two
the
clubs,
team
and
we
Mark
wanted to
Scheifele
see.
made
Scheifele's going to
comments
get it.
that nothing's
I want
better
to take
than
this
beating
moment
the
to
Toronto
thank
Maple Leafs.
all of our gifters
Leafs
and
then
super
won
chatters
6 in a
tonight.
row,
Ulysses,
Scheifele with his
Ike and
third
Prep, AAU Triton,
third
Bruce
goal,
and Val.
fourth point on the
Thank
night.
you so much
Is
for the
probably
super
thinking
chats, the
right
gifted
now,
memberships
there's
tonight.
nothing better than
Appreciate
beating
you
the
all
Toronto Maple Leafs.
so very much for supporting us. To everyone who came in and hit that subscribe button today, thank you for doing that. We hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed our style of coverage. To all of our channel members, thank you for supporting the channel the way you do.
Has had a great afternoon.
Scheifele, he picks up the hat
21
trick
goals on the
goal,
season.
21
And
for
the hat trick
Scheifele.
here, as
Make
time
sure
is
you
just
have
gonna
a
be
very
allowed to run out.
happy New Year. I'm sure we'll see you before the New Year's. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to everybody who celebrates. Until next time, maybe the Leafs will do better. They go down swinging here tonight. Your goal scorers, Connor, his 20th from Velarde and Morrissey. Connor is 21st from Scheifele. Tavares is 16th on the power play from Marner and Nylander. Scheifele is 19th from Velarde and Connor. Scheifele is 20th from Morrissey. Tavares is 17th from McCabe and Nylander. And then Scheifele is 21st in the empty net from Kyle Connor. Paulette, welcome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Hope you have a wonderful couple of days. Hockey is going to be on break. And maybe the Leafs will be able to regroup and figure things out because They certainly did not have a strong showing today. 5-1 by the Winnipeg Jets. A good effort. Toronto and Winnipeg is going to split the season series at 1 game apiece. We'll see the next time they meet. Will it be in the Stanley Cup final? Wouldn't that be something? It certainly would be. Overall, your stats for today's game: 25 shots apiece. Maple Leafs 26 in the face-off circle, 23 for the Jets, so the Leafs win at 53%. Toronto goes 1 for 3 on the power play. Winnipeg goes 1 for 2. 29 hits for Toronto, 15 for Winnipeg. 6 block shots, Toronto, 22 for the Jets. 9-8, the giveaway is almost equal, but Toronto just with that extra giveaway. Again, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. We'll see you when we see you. Make sure you have your notifications set. Again, happy holidays. Thank you, and go Leafs go. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.